Hello, everybody. We're starting the stream. This is Grimcad.
Who's
and,
watching?
I mean, hopefully, like, older me is going to be watching at some point. So,
Hi, Elder Grim.
say hi, Elder Grim. We're playing a little bit
Hi,
of
Elder
Dungeons
Grim.
and Dragons.
When you're 72.
Oh, I imagine that'd be a great time to look back on your life and relive some Dungeons and Dragons, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might have intended that as a joke, but that sounds pretty great to me.
These are the stories you'll tell your grandchildren.
Exactly. I won't actually tell them anything. We'll just play old videos.
Yeah.
Tell us a story, Grandpa. Okay.
It just turns on TV.
Yeah.
Boost up the
No, there's not going to be any
hologram.
TVs. There's just place it on their mind.
Yeah.
But
Your kids aren't even real. They're
the
just like,
last time we played, gosh, we went ahead and we did it. We defeated what our, current big bad end guy is, which is the giant crab Kabuka, worshipped as the god of rain upon this small tribal island. A couple of other things happened. At one point, Cass sort of fried a bunch of
Sahagwin
in a line.
Sharper, I think.
And Sharper, too. I believe so, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable. He's pretty short.
We can't forget she also zapped what's his name?
Well, she definitely
the
did
villager.
not actually
She
zap
definitely
Grok.
she definitely zapped Grok.
Well, we can't
Definitely
gaslight,
did.
future old
100.
man me. But either way, we did take her unconscious. We knocked her out. She was a sorcerer.
Did she get, like, impaled by a trident and die?
Did she?
No, we
She
gave
was
her to the
definitely-
Sahagwin. I don't know what
She
happened to her.
She definitely got stabbed and murdered by... What's his name? Did what's his name
Was it
stay
an
her?
NPC thing? Oh, if
Oh,
it was
yeah,
an
what's his
NPC, then yeah, that would definitely would have killed her. She wouldn't have even
it-
been brought back. Or yeah.
It wasn't just an NPC. It was that guy.
The
Okay.
chief.
It was the Sahagwin chief.
I'm pretty sure we did actually manage to just knock her out, and then we gave her to the Sahagwin. 'Cause
We definitely did not.
I remember being adamant about giving her to the Sahagwin.
Yeah, and then we ended the session before that happened.
Yeah.
So it didn't
Yeah.
happen.
So it did happen.
It did
So
not
I'd
happen.
still be adamant about it.
What we will say is that I'm sure, because everybody agrees on this point, that it was
Yeah.
what's his name who did it, and he would have just killed. He wouldn't have bothered pulling as he threw his trident. Crown that tail. But again, we're sort of picking up exactly where we left off, which is, the end of the great big old bad guy where, we took kind of a beating, more or less.
No one took a beating except me.
Well, I
I
mean,
took all the collective beating.
Grok died.
So did I.
I ate a lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Imagine
Sharper
eating
ate a
only a
lightning
lightning
bolt.
bolt.
I
Oh, boo-hoo. I took
I'm
like...
a
little
crappy
soldier.
damage.
Right.
Full just
To tag
face
me
tanked
what they
it.
didn't even done.
I think Crown Till has something like 5 hit points left if we want to, get real QE.
Let's just kill everyone.
Well, yeah, it's a good idea.
Let's betray everybody.
But the deed is done at this point, and there's a lot of cheering and whatnot, mostly from the tribal
crew.
people. And
What?
the
The
crew.
tribal people are cheering?
The tribal people are cheering. I mean,
They didn't
whatever
watch
sort of
Kiss and-
happened, it was a huge battle. They lost, half their numbers, and now it's over. I mean,
Question. None of these people, like, surely someone here of this group saw, like, casket.
well, yes,
stabbed. Or you
we're
should not try
getting
and
to
stick it
that
out, right?
because these
Okay.
people who are, marked differently, are certainly not joining in on the cheering.
Gotcha.
The Sahagwin are, well, let's just say that the Sahagwin are continuing to advance right now. Weapons drawn up on the beach. They sort
And
of
then they're slapping the crab.
saw the things that were going on, and it surely looks like they're about to cause some sort of violence on the rest of the tribes people.
We care.
Alright. I may only have two HP.
Who is the question?
Okay, well, anyone who's not like chaotic evil in the party, which is me.
I'm not even.
I may only have 2 HP points right now, but I will limp over, and I'll try to diffuse any tensions that might be brewing, or at least, in the sense of like, make sure people don't go straight to stabbing type deal. Would you like a roll for that?
Well, first, I'd like to for you to explain to me how you're going about that. Are you sort of talking to the Sahagwin who are advancing on there? Are you sort of talking to
One
him?
would assume I would go to the chiefy boy here. Because realistically, I don't speak Sahagwin. I do have the ring of telepathy, so I can't actually. I don't remember if this guy speaks common, but that's besides the point. So I can at least communicate him, and just try to like not escalate this further. Like, we're all quite beat up.
So what do you say?
Try to explain that.
Or you just, I gotcha.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I would possibly say in like legitimately to confuse. Basically, explain that Cass is like a road, like she acted under her own volition. She was like, she never liked us anyways. I don't know why she was even here. That's the stuff.
The action of one tribesman who tried to betray us should not end the lives of the rest. These people, they actually helped us here. The one who tried to betray us all, she died by your leader's hand.
Let me get a persuasion with advantage
Nat one.
from one of you. One of the two.
I
of
got
you.
this. It's me. I'm gonna do it. I've never let us down before in life, and I may have 0 in persuasion, but that's all I need.
I've got a plus. Do it.
Wow. Okay.
Do it.
We'll let you have it this time.
We'll give you a pass.
So, whether your
Actually,
words sort of reached him or not, it's kind of hard to tell. But, the king or the baron himself is barely hanging on by a thread. He sees, up on the rock, there's still all the crew members, there's still the cannon. He can count fairly well. He understands that if things are going to go, south, what side the other humans are very likely going to be on. He calls to the rest of the Sahagwin in his sort of, deep guttural Sahagwin language. Stubby is doing the same thing in his, again, sort of more crackly kind of voice.
High-pitched federal language.
Right.
Is it like Wookiee, where they just like
Not
yell,
quite.
yell, yell,
But that would be pretty good.
"Roar."
And he's calling for cooler heads to prevail. He's sort of flat out telling them not to do that. We've won a great victory here at this point. Why continue the fighting? We've got everything that we've wanted already. There's nothing more to do. And sure enough, the other people are not stupid enough to
God, he's back to life.
contradict him. And they eventually, not eventually, they more sort of immediately, sort of pull back and pull towards the ocean. Barontel, excuse me, Crowntail, turns to you, Tythrin, and sort of goes, thank you for that. They may have made poor choices in the heat of the moment. For now, we're going to be returning to the sea to lick our wounds, bury our dead, that kind of thing. I'm sure, well, hopefully, we won't be seeing each other anytime soon. But if you need something, you can always get into contact with us via the little one that you worked with.
Yeah.
And you us.
He was, yeah. Of course, I would think like, oh, I'm dying. I need to invest. Like, I need to stab myself in real life for the true immersion.
I see.
What it's like to be on 2 HP. But, of course, we've all, oh, we all lost so much. We all fought valiantly and lost many comrades. We could say Azori died to the crab or something,
Sure.
That's why she's not here, but and
Technically, there's
but
one
together,
left.
we pray. Hey, he's still alive. We got one on the loose. I would thank him and of course all of his people for their noble cause and helping everyone on the island prevail. And then I'd fall into the sand and just sort of lay there.
Indeed. So the townsfolk, tribals, are sort of milling about, unsure of what to do. It's obvious that at this point, the battle is over and there's not going to be an extra secondary battle. But, all of their leadership that came with them on this thing is effectively dead right now.
I'm going to, at least, since none of the villagers seem too intent on, saving the corpse of their chief, I will at least wade out and go drag the body back on shore.
Okay.
I would have probably, yelled out to the villagers that grab as much meat as you can. It's only going to go bad, and we may as well have a good meal tonight. I don't know if they'll be able to understand me, but I'll yell that out.
So,
We start eating the Sahagwin. They're the true monsters all along.
They sort of begin to start taking apart the crabs. And the Sahagwen, who were sort of heading into the ocean going, oh yeah, and as well start, taking apart some of the crab. I would like everyone as well to roll me perception, please.
Taking apart part of the crab. Right. Let's stare up at the sky.
Ooh. First perception.
I think I noticed that there is a thick chitinous thing covering the outside of this giant crab.
Kaya,
You are wrong.
you're the only one who notices it. At some point, when they're sort of, harvesting this crab and whatnot, one of the Hogwin reaches down and pulls a chunk of flesh off of one of the dead villagers and begins to eat it.
No.
Who noticed? Me?
You notice.
Only Kaya.
Yes.
Are the villagers eating the Sahagwin?
The villagers are not eating the Sahagwin.
How dare they try and take the moral high ground? That's just obnoxious.
Look, I see
I'm
nothing.
not gonna say anything, but we did good for them. It's food that's going to go to waste.
So also, the others, the crew, comes to you, sort of Teclin hanging out towards the back, but Jonathan certainly coming forward. Teclin, still sort of hiding and whatnot. Oh, well, that was something, wasn't it? Rather well done all around.
Any casualties on our front?
None whatsoever. The thing didn't even get close to us, for which I'm very thankful.
Good to hear.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just as we planned.
To be
Indeed.
honest, quite thankful ourselves too, considering, we still need to be able to get off and crew whatever we manage to build to get off this island.
Indeed, and far be it for me to sound somewhat callous, but it's a good thing for it too. With unfortunately the tribal's leadership gone, that'll certainly make things much more easy for us to procure the resources we need.
There's a lot of talking down on the tribals right in front of all the tribal people.
They don't speak our language, it's fine.
True, but nonetheless.
They're probably talking just as much.
We have a
shit.
couple of shots left, don't we?
I think
We have a couple of
maybe
shots left,
2
don't
or
we?
3.
I see a nice big grouping of them there.
Well, we do have enough shot and powder for 2 more shots, but as we sort of mentioned before, the integrity of the cannon is somewhat, let's say, compromised. It's not a sure thing it'll make more shots. Or it'll even make those shots without exploding, quite frankly.
So,
Quite
what
honestly,
if we show the villagers how to use it and wheel it back to the village?
do we really want to? I was about to say that, it's as pretty as it might be, it's kind of done its job, and if it's more of a liability than an asset at this point, we may as well just leave it here.
Well, when worse comes to worse, it's still a deterrent. A large, inoperable cannon is certainly better than no cannon at all. Those that see it won't think it's inoperable.
By
We
all
can always
means,
sell it in port.
if the
Or possibly
men,
repair it.
if the men wish to traipse it back across the island, that's all well and true. But surely there's more important things to work on. That'll take a few days at the least, if not a couple of weeks.
Well, yes, but
To move the cannon?
I imagine there's surely some villagers who we can wrangle to do some of the work with as well.
Clearly unpaid labor, of
Well,
course. We
they're
don't
going to
have money.
need leadership now.
Indeed.
I imagine the chief probably had a son or something like that.
I mean, there was literally other people still there. There's the druid guy, and there's wasn't there a third person as well?
There were a few more people. They were less part of the hardcore leadership. But they did sort of.
They have a third in command at the very least.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna have the druid to take over for now. The chief wasn't bad, but screw case.
Yeah.
But either way,
It was just straight up.
now's probably a good time for us to return and possibly try to, bring word and start building bridges and whatnot. We have a lot of work to do. Dodrick, of
It's
course.
gonna be a long bridge.
I don't know how to build bridges.
Figure speech. So 2 other people would sort of approach you to offer their congratulations. One of which being, the Blood Queen that we've seen before, we've met before, we've talked with before. We may or may not like her, but still, she offers congratulations on a job well done. And to be quite frank with you, I wasn't entirely sure if you were up to the task. We were, even with my help, to be honest with you.
Yes, but you said it yourself. You're a fae. Fae can't lie. If we got you to say that we could kill God, we could kill God.
It doesn't quite work that way. What I say doesn't become the truth.
I mean, apparently it works that way. And I point over to the crab currently being disassembled.
Yes.
I think we all just chose well in what company we keep.
Well put.
Who would be the other one? To come
The
up
other
with?
one would be the ugly one, who at some point we
Oh
saw.
my gosh, what a free lie. You know what? We're leaving you on this island. You're not coming with us.
May or
everyone's
may not
cool.
have seen.
But just for that, we're leaving you on the side.
Yeah, you're the one that can walk across the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave the ugly one.
The good one didn't help us at all.
Again,
sat
as I
there.
reiterate, who at some point, whom we may or may not have seen, sort of came onto the battlefield during the fighting. She did not join the fighting, but she was at least present there. Congratulations. This is very well done, and it works out quite well for me. It's got to be said.
How would it work out
Thank you very
particularly well for you?
Well, as I've mentioned before, I sort of have my own agenda as well. And,
Yes.
well, I deemed it was a bit too dangerous for me to actually join in the fighting. This is definitely the best thing to happen.
Which
I mean, it
loves to
allows us-
constantly remind us that they have an alternate agenda. They sure love to tell us nothing about that or help us, not in the least bit.
I mean, I know they're being rude about it, but if you did tell us what your agenda was, we might be able to help you with it. I mean,
Well, at this
we
point,
can do that.
I might have to tell you some, but it's sort of better not knowing some of it. You've seen the lady that I've with, correct?
Isn't she dead?
I mean,
No, she's
according to my contract, no, I have not seen her. But between
Right.
you and me, between you and me, yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, well, we also hadn't seen this one either.
This one?
I wasn't about to call it the ugly one.
Oh,
with its
okay.
fangs.
You. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
I was saying it too
It
sharp.
was it was the one that told us to call it the ugly one.
Was it?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I probably still wouldn't anyway.
Again, long story sort of made extremely short. I have to bring her to Aubrey, to the Mistwood.
Fuck is the mystery?
Well, I mean,
That's
that
where you're
isn't
headed.
much-
Or where
That's
you
where
were
we're
headed.
headed.
That much at least aligns with me. I planned on
Right.
heading round there to get a new car. And a pet baby at that.
I mean,
I needed to
That
go to
would
the
buy your-
Mistwood other as well.
I had my own reasons for going to the Mistwood. I'm trying to get away from a group of pirates, but I mean, it would explain why you're on the boat if you're going to the Mistwood.
Indeed.
Fancy that. Fancy that. All of us going on a chartered ship to a specific place, having reasons to go to said specific place.
I didn't need to go
Could
there.
you imagine?
Yes, but you were one of the crew members, Tythrin.
So are you. You signed a contract.
You get me
But I
on the
also,
ship.
we also paid a fee.
Like you were
Right.
paid.
Did you get paid?
To be able to go.
Yeah, we got paid. No.
Oh no, that they paid the fee. We didn't. We had to work.
Right. Oh, I mean, if
forgot
you're
how that
referring to the
contract
ugly
worked.
one, I mean, they certainly paid.
Oh yeah.
Yes, either
That
way,
was like River Barn.
we'll exchange some word with Teclin because, well, now that there's no obstacles in our way, it's, again, rather important for us to get, well, to where we're going as soon as possible. But I
what's
suppose that's still something that can be handled at somewhat of a later time.
Is the ugly one gonna help us build the boat? We'll ask.
Well, sure. I
Or
mean,
should we-
that's not exactly where my area of expertise lies, but I can certainly help with some manual labor.
I was gonna say, you look like you could at least carry a log or two around.
Indeed.
Well, we got a lot of bridge to get built.
And that's a lot better than I can do. I might be able to grab some sticks. You don't think I could deal with a lot?
Either way, I suppose that it's good enough for now.
Yeah,
Next
we
step is
should
to build
all
the boat.
go rest.
And now we sort of know what's going to be going on. I mean, the
Training montage.
leadership is sort of passed over rather quickly in the village. You know, these things tend to happen. You know, there was sort of a Cold War with Sahagwin. It's certainly not the first time that leaders have died. So Druk sort of assumes control, the druid. If we forget names, because we don't see it right now. And things sort of go smoothly. When this happens, Jonathan Jess and the rest of the crew members sort of come into the village as well to sort of smooth things over and definitely to integrate themselves into the village as well. They're doing their best to, you know, make sure they're on their good graces. That does bring up a very interesting point in the fact that we have not told the villagers anything about Ton.
We don't need to know.
Have they sent like
Yeah,
they would definitely know something's up and ask us probably if they'd sent
I mean,
anyone
would they?
over there.
Someone have to go
Have they
to
sent
that.
anyone over there?
They have not as of yet.
Doesn't matter, because like here's the thing. It doesn't matter what we tell them. Tom's gone, so you know we can tell him, well, you know, we want to lose the island and how to kill him, and then we banished him in some unholy ritual that may or may not cause him to just like reappear or something 20 years in the future.
I still think we have plausible deniability with Tan.
Yeah.
That he exists, or
They never saw us
we
go out there.
we never went back. Like, there's no way we could have freed Tan.
None whatsoever.
Look, all I'm
don't
saying
even,
is
we
that-
didn't even know he needed to be freed.
all I'm saying is that like, regardless of what we say, someone's gonna go to the island. Tom's not gonna be there. Doesn't make a difference if we tell them why or why not. So. Because it's not like they're gonna die for going to the island. They're just gonna go
That
there. and
sounds
then-
like a them issue.
yeah. Like I mean, yeah. There's nothing we can do to fix it. All we can do is just tell them what happened at the very least. That
But my question is,
Just
again,
let 'em.
do you, or is this, well, if they don't know.
I don't.
all the better.
Unless someone like was really pressing me. No. Like
They
maybe
would
if,
not. I mean, they don't even know anything's wrong. at this point.
Cox go over here.
Yeah.
Like was like, hey, I can feel the aether waves coming up from the island. They are sad. What happened?
No,
Like, well,
nothing
you know,
like
man,
that happened.
Like we went there, Ton just seemed so nice, and I almost dropped the lantern in the water, but then we didn't, and we let him out, and then he's like, "Here you go, Ton." He's like, "Oh, thank you, I'm gonna kill everyone." I'm like, "Ton, don't do this." He's like, "No."
But I'm
We're like,
not.
We're gonna have to kill him. He's like, "No." Then we did. and then we banished him in a ritual that we saw nothing of and possibly had dire consequences on the world as a whole. And then yeah, that's it.
So that
But no,
is
I
It
what
doesn't
he
have
told?
consequences in our world.
That's what I would tell him if he asked
Okay,
me.
okay. Well, again, at this point, they don't even know he's gone, so they certainly don't press in on it.
I
So,
would,
put a
I
long
would
story
certainly
short.
say what they don't know can't hurt them.
So long story short, if pressed, Tytherin would tell them the truth.
Tythrin would fold under any pressure whatsoever.
Well,
Pressure, light breeze crumples him like a crouton.
Sorry.
They'll be like, so do you know anything about? And then Tythrin will be like, oh, okay, I admit it, I freaked on.
well, I got good news and I got bad news.
I'm not playing the chaotic evil over here, so where everything's like a deep dark secret. Of
You don't need to
deception.
be honest to play Luffled good either.
But I mean, there's no harm in telling them. That's the thing. At the end of the day, telling them or not telling them,
There's no harm in lying. There's sometimes no harm in lying. Sometimes it's even better.
Sure, but there's no harm in telling them
We're
either.
not even lying. We're not saying anything. That's all we're doing. You
We're
don't
just
need to
not
say.
bringing up the subject.
I am-
There's no lie, no nothing. There's just not talking about it.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going into town saying we cannot stress how perfectly normal Rock Island is right now.
Sharper never do crimes with these two.
We never.
I can definitely already tell that.
But within a day or two, Teclin at some point comes to have a word with you. Sort of all of you. And she takes you aside. This has been something of an adventure, hasn't it?
Unfortunately.
Well, it's certainly not one that I intended. And it's been quite some time, and we haven't really talked. And it must be said that I certainly owe you my thanks.
As much as we owe you ours, really, we're all in the same situation.
Well, slightly different. I owe you my thanks for other things as well. It's very conceivable that had you not found me and reacted the way you did way back on the ship, I wouldn't be here today. I'm certainly conscious of that.
I mean, to be fair, us being there almost resulted in nothing happening.
I ignore the voice saying help me.
I'll keep this information to myself.
Interesting.
The one person that actually would have probably investigated it just never heard it.
I know.
Never heard it.
Real funny.
No one mentioned anything to him. Yeah.
I'll never forget.
But yes.
I've been talking with the Ugly One some, and you've done a lot already, but I need to ask you to do something else. There's some things, opportunities here that we've become aware of. Namely, this Druid's Grove, for one. I'm sure you're completely aware of it and what it does at this point, yes?
The fruit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
It's going to take us some time to build a ship of the correct size that we need to get our entire crew off. The Ugly One, however, as May have mentioned to you, we're contracted to get it off of here to Aubrey as soon as we can. And then to that end, I wish to extend to you the last bit of contract you'll get from me. And it's not even really a contract. What our plan is currently, and this is, of course, based on you accepting, is that we'll build a rather small ship. It'll probably take us around a month or so, but it would be enough to take you, the ugly one, and the other one, and to the island of Aubrey. Past that, between the two of us, all bets are squared off, and we had an enjoyable and wonderful time.
What's the island of Aubrey? Is that
Where
where
we're
Mistwood is?
No,
Yeah.
that's the...
No?
One island over.
Yes.
Ah.
Which,
Then what are we heading there for?
well, this is where we were heading.
I thought we were heading to Mistwood.
Same place. Mistwood's the city. The capital.
So
That's
Mistwood
what-
is
That's what
Aubrey.
Irma
Yes.
asked. Yeah, that's what Tythrin asked.
Okay, excuse me. It's not necessarily important for you to get them to Mistwood. Just getting them on the island will be good enough.
Well, I mean, I personally don't know where on the island exactly I need to go. I just figured Mistwood was probably the best starting point.
I'd like to go to Mistwood either way. Something I want to find out.
Well, that's fine, but your best bet is probably to go to one of the smaller port towns on the south side of the island. I hate to say it exactly as it sounds, but it's the best Dodrick can do with his skills.
Dodge. He's wicked better than you.
It's certainly better than nothing, 'cause as long as we can get the Blood Queen to another island as well and fulfill our contracts with her, I have no personal issue with making sure that we get the ugly one and the other one to Mistwood or Aubrey.
Does she speak for everyone?
I'd have no issue, yeah.
Nyx is just speaking for Nyx at this point. She's not
Right.
gonna, put anyone else's name into the hat if they don't want it.
I mean, I agree with her.
Shafa's
collectively, we
coming
don't have a
too.
choice.
Shafa does not have much of a choice. No, you're quite right. So Shafa will be coming too. He agrees.
I mean, we're all going. Because of
We're all
contract
going,
with the
yeah.
Blood Queen.
Well,
I'm literally stuck here.
good. Things will be slightly cramped, but you'll at least have a working ship. We'll also see if the villagers can make you some wave skippers or something. Something like the ship we're making isn't exactly.
We still have those wave skippers back at the cave, right?
At
I don't even know
some
at this
point,
point.
you do see the wave skippers here, so super unlikely they're also back at the
But
cliff.
they would have many of them.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we did bring back
Mhm.
the wave skippers. Because we were like, we made a comment a couple of sessions ago about we've just left these wave skippers and had them for like 2 weeks and not worried about it, and we took them back on our next visit.
Something like that.
We didn't worry about having them.
We didn't for about 2 weeks game time, and then we were like, yeah, those weren't actually ours.
Either way,
There's just like a structure going back first thing, but that's besides the point.
so we've got sort of the opportunity for some downtime activities with which we can work on some things if you want to get creative, and proficiencies and whatnot. That we don't necessarily already
Dancing.
have. Things like, I mean, if we want to
I'd like to
take...
become efficient in dancing.
If we want to take up dancing, that's a thing we can do. If we want to, learn how to use a wave strider correctly, if we want to try to learn the language and learn, druidic and whatnot, or if we want to do something else creative that I don't know of, maybe we want to try to find the secrets of the Druid Grove or whatever, or whatever. Now's the time for when we're doing it, as we're, simulating this month or so going by as we're working on the ship.
Quite honestly, unless specifically asked for another task, I would probably be helping with the ship, mainly learning how to fix, repair, and, if possible at all, the basics of shipwriting, building, and stuff like that. So I'd spend most of my time helping with the ship, because Nix would look at the rest of the, everyone else that's going on the small ship and see that there's not really anyone who has the previous crafting skills that might translate into that better.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine I'll be doing most of the actual ship repairs and stuff on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be my downtime. We can just say that I can use my artisan tools, tinkering.
Sure, and you're,
repairs in the future.
Yeah, basically working like hand in hand with Dodric at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was
you're going to do your best to learn the ship inside and outside, and he's going to teach you what he knows. Now, a lot of it, unfortunately, he's sort of making up as he goes along. He doesn't have the proper tools. He doesn't it's not a thing he actually does. He's great at repairing the ship. Building one from scratch is sort of another beast entirely.
And it'd help.
Doesn't even have the blueprint shape.
Well, it'd help because Nyx already has the previous experience of making crafting stuff and artisanal stuff as well. So she can make hinges and clasps and stuff like that easy enough by herself. Because that's all of what
Hinge do you use on a
running.
boat? Are we installing a door on it?
Well, no, not necessarily hinges, but all the different fasteners and clips and stuff, knowing how to make a wooden nail or a wedge and everything, and how to apply it properly so it doesn't just pop back out.
I know it was joked about earlier on, when we sort of first got to the island, but actually
Learning how to hold your breath?
Hold my breath and dive for mollusks and things like that, and pearls and clam meat.
If that's what the thing is you want to do, you'll be able to, hold your breath as if you have 4 more points of constitution than you actually have.
Oh, I'll teach Harford. He just needs to go into water and just breathe butter, right? Yeah.
It's easy. Just go in the water, open your mouth, and breathe deep.
Yeah.
It's easy, you just go in the water.
You just go into water, yeah.
But yeah,
Don't breathe.
if that didn't take up 100% of my time, I would also just try to muck around on the wave skippers.
It's sort of a one thing. You can gain proficiency in the diving and whatnot, or you can gain proficiency with the wave skippers.
I'd probably go for actually learning how to use the boat.
Diving.
That seems a whole lot more useful.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I myself would also go learning.
How to use the wave skipper.
It's faster than swimming, so it would be useful.
Yeah.
Should I just write it down as a proficiency for wave skipper?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wave skipper specifically, or is it?
You can put it as wave skipper proficiency, and from now on, whenever you're on a wave skipper and I ask for the vehicle check, you'll know to use the wave skipper.
Wave skipper.
And
Using a wave skip is a bit different to piloting a galleon or captaining.
very much so, yeah. And tie through.
Well, I feel like it would only be appropriate that, as we all are doing our part on how to build a boat, I would practice. I mean, not that I'm already not amazing at it, so I don't know because I'm already proficient in navigator tools, but I could put to expert, which I believe is +4 instead of +2. Correct?
Honestly, I
Or
don't
would
know
you
off the
prefer-
top of
think-
my head.
I don't think
Oh,
you
let's
can
find out.
remove expertise as you get double your
Proficiency bonus.
Profits.
Yeah.
proficiency.
But I think expertise should be only class.
It's just an option. Well, I don't know. Then what would you like me to do instead?
expertise only bards and rogues can get.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then.
That's kind of like one of.
I could
their-
just put a
their
+2
things.
on it, though. To be fair, mod 2.
I mean, if Grim allows for it, then yeah, I guess.
Would you prefer to do something else?
No,
'Cause I could
you know, I
certainly
would be
find
fine
stuff.
with it as well. I mean,
Grim's all goods with homebrew stuff.
yeah.
Adding new features and changing.
So what would you rather do? I put expertise or just a modifier?
I mean, again, expertise is adding double. You know, that's the one that's better. So if you'd like to do that,
Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. though.
I'm fine if you,
It's-
you know, do the one that's better.
Sure. I mean, like, because here's the thing. Technically speaking, I already can't get lost as a navigator whenever you see the clouds or the sun or the moon or whatever. I immediately know where we are. So technically, it's just for certain scenarios.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, for like running, for like chasing, things like that, or actually.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Well,
but I figured thematically it
Whatever.
would be appropriate that I would study something like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're becalmed after a storm, so you have no idea where you are.
Yeah, storm navigation. Yeah, all the rain. It's hardened me into like a professional navigator.
Perhaps
This
not
experience
on
scarred you,
like to
enough
picture-
that you learn.
I just like to picture a month later, every surface that could ever be drawn on is just covered in cartographers' maps of the island.
Technically, cartographer tools are different than navigator tools.
We can totally finish mapping out the island to
Oh, have we not actually finished that? My next question, sort of moving on, and now that we're figured out what it is that we're doing, do we wish to bring Shafira with us?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
yes.
I mean, I'm
Like,
fine
out of
either
character,
way.
no, because, like, we don't do anything with her. She doesn't, I mean, occasionally she joins in a fight and it just gets kind of one shot.
We don't need
Um,
to bring her to fight. Like, she'll just be with us.
Well, this is sort of
Sure.
like,
the thing. Like, the next
Like, in
time, I'll give her,
character,
like,
I don't
PC
mind.
levels or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like full
Yeah.
PC
Like,
levels.
like, she can
rather
become
than-
like.
Oh, if
And-
she's gonna be even more awesome, then shit, yes, we take her. Like, but I was happy just taking her as just a bird.
Yeah, just
It's
like
just
mascot
giant bird.
of some sort.
She's definitely not our pet, but she can be our mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we tell her that or tell her what a mascot is.
Yes, let's not explain to her that a mascot is really our pet.
But yeah, we'll take Shafira.
I imagine Shafira is gonna try and learn our language too.
And she definitely
She
would
will.
be. This is more or less the thing that she's working on in the month or so, you know, with whomever. So what we have here is our ship, such as it is. You know, the acrobat, or it's sort of correct, you know.
Can we give it a name?
35, well, I mean, we'll get to that in a moment. And, you know, the height is as it is. It's not large. It's something called, like, a catboat, as we, you know, get into it by what it actually is.
Still 35 feet.
Mm-hmm. But Dodric, at the very least, is rather confident in the fact that it'll take us, you know, the 200 or so miles it'll actually take us.
I mean, if it's properly built, I mean, I don't know, but the materials that he had, who knows? But the
Right.
size sail should
Mhm.
be able to take us far.
The way it works, as we'll get to it, because it's been a long time since we've actually done like sailing
put the
or
cannon
anything
on it?
like that. the cannon will
Drive
not
the cannon.
particularly fit on there.
Oh.
You'll probably need like fresh water on it instead of a cannon. Not to mention
No, I
food
mean,
or
I
things
don't,
like that.
actually.
Kind of
mean,
want
I
to
don't-
leave the cannon in the middle of the village loaded, so if they try and use it, they could accidentally blow themselves up.
No, what? Why would we do that?
It's awful.
Don't you
Ew.
have druid levels, Sergio?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're good on food and water.
Yeah. We literally don't
Man.
need water. We just
I'd rather
need
fish,
the
like,
cannon.
just not. I mean, I can just grab fish going.
But yeah,
We're
yeah.
still fine that way.
But do you
Much as
have,
good berries cool, I don't think that's a thing Kyle would do.
do you have water though?
Yeah, I can create water.
Oh, sweet. But we still don't need to bring the cannon.
We definitely should. Oh god,
No,
the
we
ugly
can always
one's on
do.
here with us. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, as we
And then
sort of get to
share 'em.
that, the ugly one is perfectly content to swim behind for the most part.
No, that's fine. Think so.
No,
Oh, what about the
we
weird
can-
person that was with them?
She is
coming.
there too.
The lady.
However, I gotta
Let's see.
grab her token. She's not there yet.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Next, you need to be on the right side, not the left side. It's driving me
And
insane.
she just magically.
Hello,
teleports
Lily. Oh
below
god,
deck.
it's so crowded with Shafira
Again,
here.
Shafira can, for the most part as well, fly along
When she's not resting.
when she's not resting.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, get below deck. It's a real party in here.
It sure is.
But yes, things are cramped at any time.
Yeah.
As I was sort of saying about the rules, is that you need 3 people to operate the ship correctly. 2 people manning the sails, moving, blah, 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 and another person on the helm, which is actually directing. And that's,
What the-
for our normal sort of day-to-day moving things along.
Is the rudder the helm?
Yes.
Which one's more
Okay.
dex based?
Oh, but the rudder's in the back.
Yes, the rudder's in
Oh.
the back.
Hmm.
These are
Which is the helm,
strength-based
apparently.
attacks.
Yes, this is my time to shine.
Yo, guys, I'm about to crash the ship.
As I mentioned,
You know-
you're also given, several of the wave skippers, and I lost our
Who the fuck are you gonna put a wave skipper on this thing?
one thing. You're just tying it to it.
Yeah.
tie it to the side like escape ship style.
Lifeboat.
That's what they're called.
It's a thing that's meant to be, more maneuverable and whatnot, because, as mentioned before, this thing is not very maneuverable as it comes to, combat and things of that nature.
Yeah.
We'd be turning this into Waterworld.
I actually have, tokens for wave skippers as well, so you don't.
Too bad, I'm drawing
Necessarily.
one.
So again, after a month and a half or so worth of work, you finally finished. The last thing that there is to do, that Dodrick says, is to actually
Give it a
go
name.
ahead and give it a name.
I think we should call it Ton's, Ton's Glory or something. In honor of our friend.
Tons and braves.
The Kabuka cracker?
I'm gonna be back in a second while we're sort of talking to refill my drink.
I think we can call it after Ton, who gloriously gave us a sword, and then we left peacefully on the island for all
Hans gift.
days to come.
Let's call it Mary.
Uh,
No particular reason, just Mary.
Let's call it Dave.
I honestly just
Dave,
heard quietly
yes.
in the.
Dave!
Yes.
I honestly
Dave.
heard just Dave.
Wait. Jeffrey.
Oh,
Call it Jeffrey, because no one's scared of Jeffrey
no.
until they realise
He's,
what's
he's,
up.
he's
what's
just
on
a lovely chap from down the road. Oh,
Exactly.
who's the new neighbour? Oh, that's just Jeffrey. Oh, we'll have Jeffrey around for tea and crisps, shan't we? And then we rock up.
Yeah.
With Jeffrey.
And we make people stroke the furry wall.
And, yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
guess the closest would be Shafira, because she's feathered. None of the rest of us have fur.
I quite like Tom's embrace personally. Well, that was
No,
interesting.
I heard Tan's gift, and that sounded awesome.
That was awesome. I think we should
That
name
was
it after
good.
Tom.
You've got Tan's gift.
That's why I like the name.
Yeah. It's what inspired me.
The cleansing fire of Tom.
Tan's Jeffrey.
Yes.
Tom's Jeffrey.
Hans gift. Jeffrey. Gift Jeff.
I think I should call it embrace. Tom's embrace. Because technically he didn't give us the boat, and everyone's gonna be like, Tom's gift, so Tom gave you that boat. No, we gotta make it.
Then no one is gonna know who Tan is.
So look, that's besides the point. We know, and it will haunt us for the rest of our life.
No.
It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Gift of a Joffrey? What?
They were called Jeffrey or something.
I can't spell, and that's his Jeffrey. Just trust me on this.
Okay.
Jeff Ori. Jeff Ori.
No, I think
We're
it
gonna-
should be spelled.
I'm dyslexic, okay?
Joffrey.
It should be spelled like that.
Yeah, I'll do with a G.
Why are we calling it Jeffrey?
Should we flip a coin? One, well, like evens for Ton's embrace or gift, and then odds for Jeffrey. Okay,
Sure.
evens Ton's, odds is Jeffrey. We officially call it Jeffrey.
You called your ship Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no one's scared of Jeffrey until you find out what's inside it.
What?
Have you not seen Get 'Em to the Greek?
No.
Ah, okay. It's a reference to that movie.
I haven't either.
It's basically
I mean, that
basically
movie-
a joint. It's basically a joint with every drug under the sun, but they call it the Jeffrey because no one's scared of a Jeffrey, so of
I mean-
course you're gonna smoke
I
it.
see.
In all fairness, that is a real thing. Like, that was inspired by a real event.
Yeah.
Are we spelling it like that as well?
Jeffrey.
I like it.
Jeffrey. Geoffri.
Jeffrey spelt like Guy Fieri.
I'm Guy Fieri, and today we're taking a road trip around on Jeffrey.
When I get that hankered for Jeffrey.
When I get a hankering for burgers, there's one place I go, Jeffrey.
Goodness. We have a ship. We sort of.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this. As we're sort of saying our goodbyes to everyone, and when I say everyone,
Oh, this is super laggy Vodari map, isn't it? Oh,
here,
God.
I'll kill the sound.
Oh, I mean, the sound doesn't help. The fact that I got like
Oh,
3
gosh.
FPS. In fact, now my game is frozen. You made it worse.
Yeah.
The page does not respond to it.
Incidentally, though, it did actually turning the music off did actually make mine run at like 5 frames per second.
Oh my gosh, Grim, just like zoom all the way out.
That one actually made mine run better.
Well, forgive me. Maybe we'll do something about this map at some point.
Just compress it. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, but it
You
looks
know
so
it's-
good.
You know
Yeah.
You know it's a big map when you're at 10% zoom and still have
Yeah,
to
I
drag.
can't see it all.
Try 30%. That's what I'm currently at.
Like,
I'm on
oh,
50.
right.
I have it fully loaded and everything, so it's as
oh, I
fast
have a
and
full zone
smooth
too.
as
My
it'll be.
browser has just completely
Okay.
locked up though.
I just I subbed out, moved around a little bit, and it's blank.
Oh jeez, we came all the way out here. We travelled like 3 months worth of travel in one night.
Magic.
Did we?
No, we were in the water for like a week or something, weren't we?
Yes.
It wasn't a week. It was like
No, it was some ridiculously long amount of
It was
time.
several days. In case people are curious, like where we were exactly, I don't know anymore. But we were somewhere right around here when we, were attacked.
I'll never know what you're pinging, Grim. I'll just close my eyes and imagine it.
We were right about
Oh,
here.
Ah,
Yeah.
here. I can see it in my head.
Right here.
Well, I told you, 30%. It's perfect.
Like,
Exactly.
again, my browser has frozen.
Oh,
I can't do anything.
just refresh
So
it.
Dead map.
Bad math. So, funnily enough, one of the things that I would like, there's a couple of things. I would like our navigating roll. It's a skill roll. It's probably going to be, intelligence? Or wisdom and whatnot. And then the second thing I'm going to want is our random weather.
All right. I can't
Oh,
move the map, but I
navigators.
can do this. Like I can roll stuff. Yeah.
Can we have the navigator who just got navigational expertise to do the navigation, please? It's the one role they insist on doing that they aren't terrible at.
No, because they always insist on doing the roles that they are terrible at, so they can't do the roles they are good at.
Always said, yeah.
Rebuttal.
Like you're just jealous that I make such amazing rolls.
I'm just
When
jealous.
you roll what you're bad at is when the good
Yeah.
things happen.
You're just jealous I don't rust.
I don't rust either. I'm made of wood. I'm like a
Let me
tree.
shut you up.
Okay,
Oh man, would
so-
still rot.
Okay. I actually just noticed something on this map. I noticed over here there's a place called fucking almost exactly Crete, and the Tor next. It's like there's definitely a Minotaur on that island.
Well,
Nice. Nice distraction from the fact that you just got punked by Typhon.
I honestly didn't even hear what they said.
Could have been anything.
Of course you did it.
So can I get like a random, check?
I did. Oh, you didn't see it, did you? That's how frozen my game is.
Yes.
Oh, I've already done it.
Nice.
Yeah, here, I'll
And none of
screenshot.
us-
Well, why don't you can just
Yeah.
tell me. I'll believe you.
No. Well, I'll post it because I rolled two things, just so you can reference it.
You've got, yeah, she's doing the navigation too.
Here you go. I posted it in the Discord.
Crete,
Fighter jet of
Crete is in the
Flappy
island of
Bird.
power. There's gonna be a lot of minute.
Okay. So give me 1 second to finish looking up this one thing, because
Gotcha. I'm actually gonna be right back really quick for like a half minute.
I was not smart enough to put how far or fast it actually travels in my notes.
Oh, so it doesn't travel at all.
Hmm?
We're
still stuck.
Well,
If it doesn't have a speed, then it doesn't travel, so we're stuck.
what's that? Hold on. Huh?
Oh, it doesn't have a speed, so it doesn't travel. We're stuck in the island.
We are making jokes, Grim. Don't think too
Yeah.
hard.
I'm so lost. Yeah.
It was just a dumb joke
Gotcha.
of us being trapped in the island for even.
So we cannot go quite as quickly as we wish to. Because unfortunately, we're sort of heading in the opposite direction with our wind. But we can go. A good 60 miles or so. Which I think is not too bad.
Was that like 6 miles?
It is.
Yay. And I assume we don't get lost.
You do not get lost.
And before we
I was
get hit
gonna
by
say,
another
don't
hurricane.
pause there, please. I don't like you pausing there.
You do get lost.
You do not.
You get lost again.
So who was working on the ship, however? Like, who was our helmsman during this? Who was working on our sails? Or were we sort of all going around and, taking quick shifts on it, as it were?
I'd
I would-
have take quick shifts on it and like.
As the navigator, I probably would have been, using the rudder to keep us on the
Yeah.
course most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of us
Obviously.
can use the ropes as they're needed. And
I
then
could do that.
obviously, Weather
not
goes
really.
bad. Weather goes
Catherine
bad.
can do everything on their own.
Well, not everything. I'm still only one person.
Everything.
You can do everything.
Okay.
You're a master navigator, right? You can get this boat there.
You're a machine. You can just divide yourself into 3 and then
So
do everything
I
on
would
your
like for folks to please roll me a perception check.
Someone else can do perception. I'm too busy working the boat. Navigate this.
I guess also one of the question is everybody on the main boat, or are there those following behind on the wave skippers, or what?
Hope us are
I
waiting
mean-
to be
am
boat
I gonna be allowed to follow behind on a wave skipper?
The wave
Because
skipper
I'm
certainly
the
doesn't
wave-
move as fast.
I'd be a whole lot better on that than actually working at this ship.
Honestly, it only moves half as fast. But, if it's still tied together, you could, sit on the wave skipper should you wish and be pulled along.
I'd do that now and then, but it wouldn't be like the main way I'd
Yeah.
be traveling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I may as well just help on this one.
Okay. So next, because unfortunately I can't see what if Tythrin rolled anything.
I didn't, but do you want me to?
Yes.
It's awful.
Okay, I saw that.
I rolled 7.
Yeah.
That's still just me.
You probably hear it before you start to see it. It's not near us, but somewhere off to the left side, which is the port side, there's it's quite the lightning storm going on. As we're getting back onto our ships, we're getting back to our sort of daily points of interest type thing going on. This isn't necessarily something we need to be afraid of, be cautious of, or anything like this, but this is just a little something to help sort of break the monotony that is sort of possible while we're traveling on the ship, basically.
I would not point it out to everyone if they're too dense to see the lightning storm in the ocean all the way over there. That's their issue.
Sure is a
You
nice
would have
clear
seen
day
it
today.
first, is what I was getting at.
Yeah. I'd enjoy it until other people started realizing it too.
Then I would not enjoy it.
Oh, there's a storm over there. Let's not get lost on an island again.
Here's hoping.
Well, we should have avoiding it, right?
Is it in our path? or is it
It's
off
sort
to
of
the side?
far off. I mean, it's quite
certainly
the
wouldn't
storm
suggest
going
going
on, but
directly
it's
toward
not
it.
heading towards us.
Or we should go towards it and see if we can get lost.
You're right. We
Mm,
could
it-
go towards it. We could get
it's just
shipwrecked
better than
on
this boat.
another island. Griff would not expect it. He would have we wouldn't know what to do.
It's true.
We have the
I
power
wonder
over him.
that if accidentally you would try to get lost and find your way to where you were trying to go.
He would send us
No.
straight back to that same island.
Hey,
The
hey,
same island.
I know what that trick is, Grim. You can't pull that.
My goodness.
With another Kabuka.
Another
Oh,
island with a bigger kabuka.
We go to like a mirror image of last one. Like Tom's a good guy, and the villagers eat Sahagwin. Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
And the crab does actually control the rain.
Yeah.
So there is sort
And
of
the birds are super smart.
one other thing that you would have noticed during your travels so far in the first day. And that would be the lady, whose name has only been given to us by the lady. Always has sort of a glassy look to her face. You certainly didn't notice it before. You never really saw her much while you were on the ship. And you didn't really pay a ton of attention to her while she was, on the island. But she's always has this just 1,000 yards stare. And if you were to address her or try to talk with you, she would more or less ignore you. Now, during this time, again, the ugly one is sort of, swimming beside the vehicle as well. She happens to have a, pretty beastly swim speed. And so wouldn't really notice you sort of interacting with her, even if you were interacting with her. But again, there's not much that you're getting from this person if you try to interact with
Does
her.
she eat at all?
At certain times, whenever anybody else is eating, the ugly one will actually feed her. As in, bringing food to her mouth, the spoon to her mouth, and feed her like that. In which case, she'll take a bite, she'll chew. But she's not feeding herself.
Here comes the airplane.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't press.
Yeah, neither.
I mean, I wouldn't even really be I wouldn't be eating. No, I wouldn't, because we have limited food supplies. I'll sometimes out eat, in quotation marks, eat. When we actually were handing out food, I wouldn't do it in a case like this.
The ship is so small, however, it would be almost impossible not to notice at some point.
Sure, I just mean, like, I don't go down there and just chill or anything,
I understand.
So it's not...
I would
like
think
really
probably
fun.
most people are doing their best to spend time above anyways, It was
Yeah.
rather cramped.
Most people.
I would probably spend an hour or two each day under there working on BB and GS over there. Yeah, most of the time would be spent making sure the ship stays running or running the ship.
Yeah, and also, like, I would try and, well, first of all, I would create water for everyone, probably, but
Welcome to the nights.
I would also try and like, grab fish so that everyone gets food,
You're
Like with your hands?
dye, and fish for everyone.
sure. Give me survival.
Sure.
Wrap the fish. Burn it.
Yeah, and between you, the ugly one would also help as she is able from time to time. You get enough to, get fish. Now, there's good news and there's bad news about getting the fish. You don't really have much in the way of a stove or an oven or anything like that. So
I can create fire. I can hit it up. I can just. I mean, it won't be the best, but it'll be good.
On what surface
Fish.
are you casting create fire?
The wooden ship?
Question: what kind of fish?
All puffer fish.
So-
Oh no, it's fugu.
Because certain kinds of fish can be eaten raw.
We just It's okay. We just.
I mean,
we
most
pull it
fish
up.
can be eaten raw if it's like
Yeah.
Right.
for sushi.
It's just
stuff
not
like
the
that.
most pleasant thing.
No.
Yeah.
Enough to sustain
just
life.
leave
Maybe you're not going to open up a restaurant based around it.
Are they fugu?
Unless we do it with we curd with rice, algae, right?
Right. You may or may not want to use that particular kind of fish. Either way, we take sort of short turns doing our thing, manning the sails. For the most part, however, Tythrin is manning the helm. And we're sort of doing our own shifts, in and out on the ship. We're jumping to and fro occasionally, the moored wave skippers and whatnot, and we're more or less steadily moving on our way. Throughout the night, the seas are mostly calm. Can I, however, get another random weather check?
Boom. What's that? It's a 14-4.
We do wind up drifting a little bit in a direction that was not entirely what we wanted throughout the middle of the night, but it's nothing particular nature. For the next day, can I get that check again? And this is sort of covering the entire day's worth of traveling as well.
Oh God, what's a hurricane?
So,
Open direction.
It
we
did
need
not
to go.
and if you'll give me 1 second so I can check on my side.
So I can shipwreck you guys once.
The winds are going pretty, nuts. Are we doing the best to continue as we can, or are we taking caution? What's our plan here?
We are
tying a rope around my waist and tying
brute
it
force
through
in our way
mast.
through this.
Well, I was thinking maybe we should anchor down and just chill here for.
Anchor in the middle of the ocean? How much rope do you think we got on this boat?
I don't think we have enough. We can try and check, see if the bottom, see if the anchor would. Might be high.
Y'all talking like our anchor isn't gonna be Tythrin on the bottom of the
Yeah,
ocean.
like, I don't know
Holding
what
the
anchor
rope.
you're hoping for, guys.
There ain't space nor resources for us to have had an anchor.
Probably a light
The
one,
old
but-
anchor, like it's just a big chunk of metal.
Well, unfortunately,
Certainly
the
not
old
one
anchor
long
is
enough.
very likely on the bottom of the sea.
I can go down there
but they're
and look
like
for one.
pieces of metal that we could have gotten. Not that hard. There were a bunch of, like there was a ship graveyard right there in that island. Must have been one anchor.
I don't think we had space or weight limit capacity to do it when we have a 600-pound Warforged with us as well, and the old one jumps on now and then.
Excuse me, I'm not 600 pounds. You call me fat?
Yes.
Are you calling me fat? I want to throw you overboard.
You're
in
not
space.
600 pound on your own.
I'm
Okay, with all
only-
your equipment.
I'm only 300 pounds. Thank you very much.
But what about your equipment?
Yeah,
Okay, maybe like 400 pounds.
yeah, 440.
Yeah.
That's a good.
So,
But
Actually, make that like 470 pounds. There's a lot of equipment on me.
But although windy, it is not actually stormy. And so we make fairly decent time as we're sort of traveling through. At some point, Shafira would come down and land, as it's, a little too windy for her to be traveling at the speeds at which we're going at. She would stop to talk to you, and she would basically ask you about yourselves. You've been traveling for what, nearly 2 months with Shafira at this point, and while her story has sort of been told to some extent, she doesn't really know much of any of your stories, and she would be asking you to share. She's got a genuine interest in you. She wants to know who you are and where you come from and what you're doing.
Well, that's Titan.
The inner workings of my mind are an enigma.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in an orphanage. Never really known any of my own kind. I know they're out there, and people have their own predispositions about us. But as you can see, I'm not exactly shy about what I am, like some people. That's in large part thanks to the Artisans Guild and my orphanage as well. They were quite open and accepting. I think it was more. It's easier to know who the changeling is when they look like a changeling. I started building puppets because, quite honestly, we don't tend to have a lot of friends growing up, and it was quite lonely, so I, bad as it might sound, made my friends. I guess I want more puppets and greater shows in the future, so I'm traveling to the Mistwood and Albury to try and find more center cores for puppets with the wood that they have out there, or at least I'm hoping that I'll be able to find something like that out there.
More friends.
Well, in my case, I grew up in a faraway island, known as Sanctuary. I never knew any other of my kind either. I was taken by an elven woman who taught me everything I know. But not too long ago, she disappeared, so now I'm looking for her. And that's why I'm going to Mistwood, the island of elves. That's my only lead.
I have a question because I don't think it was ever brought up. But of course, Kaya can like do the weird shapeshift thing. I don't even know how
Yeah.
much. But like, did you go back to looking like a normal person, or have you looked
I've
blue?
gone back to look like
Okay, I don't know if you were like blue the whole time.
she seems to be shy about it.
Gotcha.
And I was raised by pirates. I've been on boats for most of my life, but never really done any of their work of it. There- There's not much to tell about me, besides living on boats. There was one instance where
Where you tried to steal the booty and then you got punished for it.
they raided a village and that was where I sort of had my fiddle of that life, if you will. I made off when we next had hit port. I left the ship. I took a chest with me, and since then I've spent nearly most of it just moving along, getting on ships here and there, just trying to not stay in the same place for too long. Then I met a village at some point where it seemed like I could have some peace and quiet for a while. While I was there, I learnt about the Mistwoods, and even if I went there, there'd be many places to go afterwards that I knew that I had to keep moving. But one day, was actually the day I met Nix here. ended up at that town. I ended up having to run away, and I'm still running from them. They're out there somewhere, and surely they'll find me.
Well, given how remote of an island we've been on, maybe they won't ever find you.
Maybe not there, but as soon as I get back to mainland, there'll probably be someone they know that will be able to get a message to them somehow. I think I'm starting to miss that island.
Well, if we're all sharing backstories begrudgingly. Although, of course, mine is too long to contain in such a single night. For, as you might know or might not know, Warforged, of course, no longer, for the most part, walk these lands. They're mostly an older construct back from when magic was much more populous before the whole sundering of the lands. But after a recent, what's the terminology? A liberation of my personal freedoms. Navigation was something I was always good at. As such, I chartered, the nearest ship, which of course happens to be to Mistwood. I mean, while you guys all seem to have quite personal reasons to going there, I just happened to be on the ship nonetheless. And now we sail towards there. For I have no choice thanks to the contract with the Blood Queen. So I don't know where I'll quite be going from there, but one foot in front of the other, as they like to say.
Well, seeing as we're all sort of sharing at this point,
Thanks, Equipment.
I might as well do so too.
Grim, I gotta pause because I thought you were just like trying to say Saphira's like talking with Saphira, but like you were eating like a ton of marshmallows or something.
I was just thinking about turning around to looking at the ugly one, hopefully.
Yeah, I was actually thinking.
It's
They did a lady.
it's sort of hard to understand, and even for me. But as near as I can tell, and as near as it's been explained to me, I'm a god, or goddess, rather. I was born several months ago, something around 6 months ago, with the knowledge that I have this sort of singular purpose, and I had this impossible task, which was to broker peace between my peoples and the elves of Vodari. After, well, figuring out for quite some time, I figured the best way to do it was to bring to the elves one of their assets and enemies, as it were. And we have the lady here. She's a noble person from the House Tea Leaf. You can sort of guess what they do. They're these merchants. Well, things happened. I sort of organized some help. Those that were with us on the ship kidnapped her and am now bringing her towards the Mistwood. We've been sort of promised that if we can do that, we can have the land that we've sort of settled on, which is a small island to the side of Vodari. And after I'm done, I think I'll die, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
So this lady isn't like a friend of yours?
No,
She's a prisoner?
yes.
Do you have some ill? What the fuck? I don't even know what is that? What ill fate? Ill temper? Is it ill temper? Is that the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. This is besides the point. Do you have some like hatred of her?
No, not at all. In fact, I wish her well, but the way to broker the peace, as I mentioned, and to get ownership of the island, and for my people to be left to go, in peace, was to bring her to Mistwood.
She is sacrifice?
I don't believe so. I mean, not of my peoples exactly, but it's the elves who want her, not my people. This was something that was thought by the elves to be an impossible task, basically.
You're basically extraditing her back to Mistwood? Or Albury?
Yes. Mind you, I don't know if she's committed a crime or anything of that nature. So perhaps that's not the most correct word.
I mean, is there more to her than, I guess, that? Like, is she under a spell or drugged or something?
Oh, well, yes, currently she's under my powers, as it will. That's why she works so docilely.
Fair enough. Do you have to keep within a certain range of her or something?
Well, no, but I have to concentrate on her, I suppose is the best way to put it.
Ah.
So if you got in the fight earlier, you get rid of that prisoner for
Oh, well, no, but I don't believe that was in danger of happening, but, I mean, there was a chance that either her or I could have been seriously injured, or I guess even killed in that fight, so...
Didn't you say you're a god? That would imply that, at least in general, you surely wouldn't be able to die just by means like that.
You're saying that in the company of, and being part of the company of a group of people that just killed a god.
Well, I don't exactly know how it works, to be honest with you, and neither do the ones that created me. I'm not one of the principal gods. I mean, the god exists, and they certainly walk this world, but I'm not part of them or their pantheon or anything like that. But
So you're more of a demigod.
perhaps, yes, certainly,
I
probably a
think
better
it-
word for it.
Tyler being an asshole over semantics.
Well, I mean, like, to be fair, we're calling everyone gods, but like, I don't think Kabuka was a god. And then,
He just
I
have
mean, sure,
legendary
maybe not.
actions.
Yeah, and sure, maybe not like in terms of best or whatever her name is that caused the storm and all those kinds of gods. As I said, not that pantheon, but I mean, by definition, a god is just something that a bunch of people believes in as a deity.
look, if anyone would get into semantics over who is and isn't a god, it's definitely Typhon.
Fair. I mean, you were probably there during the time of the gods. Who knows?
I mean, technically the time of the gods is still now, but...
Not since we came.
it is pretty common knowledge that the
God.
gods do, walk the world.
Exist.
Yeah.
Oh, so
They walk the world.
Like they still have.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. They have a tangible presence. They're not just
Yes.
on their plane of existence. They're actually on our material
Mhm.
plane. Okay.
Is one named Jeffrey?
Not yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say not until now.
We all worship Jeffrey.
Not until we kill the gods and steal the power of the Pantheon.
And funnel it into only Jeffrey.
Wait a minute.
Not you though. Not you. You can help us. You can be one of the new gods with us.
Under the ruling of Jeffrey, we shall unite the world.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to rule or anything. I just want to live my life, but I'm compelled to do this thing.
That would kind of suck.
Indeed, I literally cannot go against it.
Know the feeling.
Choo choo.
Which is why I don't know what will happen to me when I sort of complete what I'm to do. I suspect,
Well,
as I mentioned, I'll die, but I certainly would like my freedom.
I would hope not.
Would-
I like to think we've become friends.
Would you
Tell you
go
what,
back
old
to your...
one, if any of the other gods try killing you, just come get us and we'll kill them first. You've seen we can do it.
Yeah, we owe you. Well,
Not quite that far.
Sort of friends,
We're all on the same boat, literally and figuratively.
I mean, make no mistake, Kabuki was no god. Certainly some sort of powerful entity, yes, but not a god.
he had legendary actions.
You said it yourself.
You said it yourself, yeah.
Legendary actions, not godlike actions.
Exactly.
See, now the ugly one just sounds like he's being petty because he got called a demigod. That was
You,
out of,
you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
sound
yeah,
like you're
yeah.
jealous
that was
because
out
you're
of
not a
character.
god.
But yes. All right. I'm back to the old map, and I'll be back in a second. I have to use the restroom, like 45 seconds. or
Water
so.
break.
Maybe a
5-minute
minute.
water break. I'm leaving.
Give us
Goodbye,
time to
everyone.
load.
I need 5 minutes.
Is there anyone still here?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm just talking to myself.
I'm back. Is everybody else gone? I take it.
I am here, but I'm muted currently. So
Understood.
everyone's back.
Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What level are we?
4 still?
4, 3, or 4? Are we level 4?
Pretty sure you're 4.
Oh my god, we're level 4.
Pretty sure you've been for quite some time.
Oh, I can't believe I am level 4.
It feels so good to be level 4.
I'm gonna I'm gonna click on every single hex in the map
Click on
Yeah.
it? Why? What is clicking?
with the pathing text.
Please, no!
Look in the top right corner. I'm slow, man. It causes so much lag. The top left
This is
corner,
a
not right.
335 by 260 hex map. It's because it was very important.
I only need to click 87,000 tiles. Then. So there
Very
you go.
important for me to get the scale right.
Back.
Which means
Welcome
I'll be traveling almost 1 million miles.
Goodness.
Because each hex is 10 miles.
Yeah.
What?
I've made it my life's goal to travel every single hex on the map.
All right.
Okay.
So everybody's back.
I can't.
I would like perception rolls from everyone.
I'll give you a random weather as well.
Not perception.
Oh,
20.
so
With
good.
perception, I don't even roll that one, so I can re-roll it. I just roll bad. Just roll bad.
Does anybody have
Sure.
like a telescopic lens or binoculars
No.
or anything like that?
Actually, hold up. Let me actually
Why
see
would-
if I have a telescope.
Why would we?
I might have one. I mean, I think a telescope is included in
It
Navigator's
may be. It's I
toolkit.
don't know what everybody's back.
don't have a-
is.
I don't have a dedicated like item telescope. I do have the Navigator's tools.
Hmm.
I'm sure Navigator's tools would at least have a sextant, which don't they have a small magnifying glass on it?
You're right. It would.
I mean, it's not a telescope. You ain't going to be seeing things a mile off. Like, you're not a huge
no.
eyes all of a sudden. But
Sharper, come back.
Wouldn't Sharver look good?
You broke up real bad right there. I couldn't.
I was just saying that would be the smart thing to do for us to have a spyglass.
Well, I
Why
mean,
would we need one of those in a seafaring campaign?
you know, you haven't really been allowed to buy things for quite some time now either.
I know.
So, Tythrin, you would certainly notice it. Nyx, you would notice it as well. Probably about...
I would notice it.
You would not notice it. Well, that's not
What do you
strictly
mean?
true. You would notice the first part, but you wouldn't necessarily notice the second part of what we have. So, somewhere... again,
Over
probably
the rainbow?
within... Probably within 150 feet or so. We would notice...
It's pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. A rather large jellyfish
Okay.
that is not floating in the sea, but is sort of flying, but drifting above it. Its sort of tentacles are hanging down and making contact with the sea itself.
it's a
Gotcha.
net.
I let it continue to exist.
So
I granted the
both
gift of existence.
Tytherin and Nyx would notice that within its tentacles, there's a lot of like glimmering and shimmering. As you sort of like look to get a better look, you notice that within its holding, within these tentacles, it's holding gold coins, and what certainly looks like jewelry. All sorts of, like, again, sort of shiny, sparkling things. Nikki, excuse me, Tytherin, you would also notice that there's what looks like a desiccated corpse in with the tentacles as well.
Nice.
Try to grab it.
I
We
would
ain't going
point.
near it.
I would point at the jellyfish as we go by it and let everyone
Yeah.
look at it.
But ever wouldn't. However,
That's an interesting
Is-
thing.
It's a niche.
see if
is it a
I know
niche?
anything about it. Is it a nature or is it something?
That's pretty good. Would anybody else like to make a nature roll as well?
Nope.
Sorta, but my character sheet's being weird right at the second.
Neat.
Like,
It's a
my
niche
theory
day.
is that Nashte. My theory is that
Nashte.
it's all fake gold. It's trying to lure, like, people into
That's my guess too.
killing them.
So,
That
you
is
know,
my guess.
between the other
It-
people,
It's a net.
and probably the ugly one as well, you know that it's something called a greed jelly. And you're sort of both right and you're sort of both wrong. The treasure within it is real, but it is, sort of an ambush predator. When you get close, it begins attacking you. But the actual treasure and things within it are actually things that that it's actually collected.
you could-
I sort of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you died. Well, regardless of it being real or not, I'm not exactly. Or Tython wouldn't be one to, chase after some jellyfish floating by with a couple gold coins in it. So I have no care about it. I would certainly give it a good long
Coin?
look.
A couple of gold coins that
Needs gold coin?
instantaneously drop into the ocean when it dies.
Look, we can throw you over there, Sharp, if you want.
But we ain't stopping.
We ain't stopping. We'll come back for you in a couple days.
It's certainly an interesting thing.
So the consensus is that we're not interested.
No.
It certainly looks nice. I don't need gold.
In my opinion, the consensus is I'm voted out.
All right. I would like another random weather, please.
Is that someone's a random weather? Boosh. 2-6. I'm gonna add more complexity to the weather. Like a temperature roll.
Please don't kill us with ice.
I think the temperature roll only affects 2 to 3 degrees.
It is.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add a temperature roll.
I was reading through the book the other day. Noticed there was a temperature roll.
Yeah, but it's a bit weird.
It's
Let me get
pretty
one
weird.
more, because unfortunately there's not much of a breeze going on right now. But let's hopefully bring it home with this one.
I gotcha. I'm gonna try this one. Let's see how this works.
It is minus 1 degrees.
No, it's a D10, and then it subtracts 4. So I could subtract 5, I guess, but got rid of 4. I guess I'll do 5 minus 5. Yeah. Well, so that's a variation of what the average temperature would be
Okay.
for the day. Because if I roll a D100, it's 0 degrees out today,
So
everybody.
it's 1 degree colder than it would usually be.
Yes, it's slightly cooler.
Although you're... Yeah.
Slightly cooler.
I mentioned the slight chill to the air.
I mean,
autumn.
1 degree isn't really noticeable.
Does it feel colder to you guys?
I mean,
No.
to be fair, it's a D10. It can be much, it could be much like warmer, colder. 5 up. Here, want me to roll a D20 then?
But I honestly have to disagree. 1 degree is like still a lot, even though it doesn't sound like a lot. It's a lot.
It's -4 to 5 degrees. That's the scale that it can change day to day, using your equation there. That you
Would you like it? Would you like it to be 10 instead? 10-degree variance.
You won't be able to get an even variant degree without going into decimal numbers because you're using dice. You can't have a 0 roll on a dice without having a negative modifier. And if you chuck a negative modifier on it, then you can't have it.
Yeah.
Changes the equation entirely.
I mean, 1.
So,
I can roll it again. 7, -2, 8, 0, -7 degrees. See? It works.
either way, we have successfully now reached the island. We're sort of not exactly where we wish to go. We would have certainly seen, or at least some of us, would certainly have seen maps of Abori before, depending on whom you are. I'll leave that be a personal choice to you. Tytherin, you would know fairly well where you are.
Right, well, now that I see where we are, kind of be like, curses, we're in the wrong part of the island. We need to just keep going, or are we just like ramming ourselves against the beach here?
Beach days, bro.
I mean, we could certainly, do either of those two options.
Let me convey it to everyone else then. I say, okay, we've reached Mistwood, however, we're on the
Abori.
south side of the island.
Mistwood is the capital.
I'm calling it Mistwood. We've reached Mistwood, but this isn't the main port. That's more to the east. I assume it's this bigger place up here, not the smaller one right next to us. Therefore, would we like to just embark here, or would we like to go to port?
I'd rather stretch my legs for a bit, yeah. A walk won't kill us after so long on a cramped boat.
Sure. So we'd have to anchor a bit off of the shore, but I mean, we could wave skipper over to the island.
I mean, we could
Or swim.
We could find
Or
somewhere
wade.
We could find somewhere to get to the boat onto the shore.
I mean, we said we don't have anchor, but we do have to get that boat.
Yeah, we don't have an anchor, so we've got to get it on.
We
the
could
shore
surely
and
have a
tie it on.
small anchor.
Worst comes to worse.
We should have taken the cannon as an anchor.
The ugly one is big enough to, and strong enough to, with a little bit of help, some other people, pull the ship up.
Yeah, I reckon we pull it up.
We
onto
could
the
tie a
shore,
rope to the
right?
front and like drag from the shore while they push from the water.
Look, when like angry natives come chasing after us and trying to eat us, don't say I didn't warn us.
We will make sure there is the fat man and a guy with one eye to start putting the boat out for us. Because they knew we were coming back.
Oh man, as I sort of zoom in, I see all sorts of little blue areas that I've missed on the map.
Look at this blue air right here. I know.
Yeah.
A bunch of blue.
Can't see that when you're making it, though.
Blue.
But it's fine.
Blue.
So, would anyone have been to a Bori before?
No.
Okay,
I just know it
that's
exists.
fair
This
enough.
is an elven place?
This is an
correct?
elven place.
I would definitely have no reason to ever be here.
Okay. The southern part of the island, I almost said continent, is jungle, basically. and sort of towards the thick jungle. The very, bottom peninsula is pretty much the only sort of real flat land that there is on the entire island. Past that, again, jungle towards the south, a rather large mountain range that cuts through the middle. But on the north side of the island is more of a regular sort of, deciduous forest that we've seen. Our scale is pretty much correct, so we're looking at somewhere around 250 miles by 150 miles or so.
That's a big keep. 12 miles wide.
So big. But maybe not the biggest city,
Sure. That'd be big for a walled keep, though.
Yes, if it's a single keep. Again, if we've seen it on maps, sort of the closest port town, in one of the few port towns that we are, is a place called, what is it called? Ocean Spray.
What a terrible name for a city.
Oh, well, fuck you too.
I note that in character.
You get hit by a random lightning.
Oh. It supercharges me.
Yeah. So what's sort of our plan? Are we
I think we're going kind of for like a local stroll type deal.
just sort of seeing what that there is around, kind of thing? What we're dealing with?
Like, mhm. Like
Should we
we're
go
not going
check out the
far.
forest?
Well, I think the forces would be a pretty far walk.
Yeah. Again, we
Like,
are to scale.
20
so
miles.
in a day
Yeah,
at a
no,
normal
40
place, I believe we go 24 miles walking.
Yeah, it's like a day out there in a
Yeah.
day too. A little bit too far for an evening walk.
Well, let's get a little bit of the way, and then, or should we camp near the boat for the night and start?
What time is it from?
It is probably getting towards the evening. We've been sailing all day to get to this
Yeah.
point.
Can we say that we walk inland for whatever half amount of time we have and then walk back and then camp next to the boat for the night?
Sure, if we would just want to take, a couple of miles stroll into
Yeah.
and then back, I certainly don't have a problem with that.
Yes.
Look for cool looking flowers.
Watch out for the yellow ones. Those are the ones that get you. They pretend to be gold coins, and when you pick them up, you die.
So again, sort of where we are is the place that, is not sort of heavily jungled. We can see the jungle from where we are, it's, 12 miles away. So we can see that it's further. Some of this area is sort of sparsely occupied. You might see a little bit of farmland here or there and a farmhouse upon it. But certainly nothing that would be like a city or anything like that. And honestly, probably nowhere you can get shopping or done or anything like that.
Do we see like someone actually on the farms?
You
Or are
would.
they, like,
I mean, there would be people.
Oh my gosh, civilization.
People.
I almost want to like run up and
Fine.
slug them.
Wait, farms? Irrigation?
Irrigation? There's irrigation again.
We're in true civilized lands.
I missed indoor toilets.
I mean,
Like, I know what irrigation.
Irrigation, not necessarily plumbing.
septic sewer systems. I mean, if someone like I would like if there's someone just sort of chilling I would like to go talk to him. I want to go talk to a real person.
Are you sure?
I haven't. Yes. I am sure.
Okay, so as the sort of heavily armed party, beaches themselves on the land and begins to head inland, people presume you're pirates raiding and, run from you.
But we're not. I can hold my hand up in peace.
I mean, no, if we. They shouldn't if we don't have our weapons out.
I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we're just carrying them.
In all fairness, if Tythrin's walking up to go talk to them, I'm not sure if we'd all be following.
I would probably be like at the front of the group once I saw people and be doing my usual performance acting with like cartwheels and skipping and dancing.
That's
as I
what's
move
scaring
and
them away, see?
Yeah.
Imagine you saw someone cartwheeling towards you.
like Nyx hasn't had people to perform for in months and stuff like this. New people. Everyone else has seen her acts and her dances and everything for the past 3 months. They're sick of them. This is new people. She would be showing off. But we are covered in weapons, so.
But like again, I mean, it's
Man,
not like
not
I'm
me.
running
To be
after
fair,
them.
not me. I don't have a single one.
One of you doesn't
Except
have
I
a
have
weapon.
boomerang.
Kaya's got those 2 guns right there.
Oh, you actually have boomerangs,
They
though,
just
don't
look
you?
like a prisoner.
I have my boomerang. I have one boomerang.
To be fair, a boomerang is
But
not
they don't know what, like, most people wouldn't know what a boomerang even is.
Yeah, they wouldn't look at it and think that's a weapon, anyways. Like, not that it's not a
I mean,
weapon, but
it looks like a club.
yeah, but it's a boomerang. Like, you don't.
And there's Sharpo with the giant great sword that's like twice the size of his entire body that he's just carrying like it's a dagger as well as his rapier.
He's was a rapier.
It's made completely out of feathers, though. Who the hell could tell that's a sword?
Like, is that man
Yeah.
carrying a giant bird on his back? And
It
then
just looks
Shafira,
like I have wings.
you could mount Shafira and then, like, have the feathered greatsword. It could be like a cavalry. It's amazing. Why have we not done this already?
For one, Shafir would not allow you to ride her.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look, that's the price she had to pay. So if she's coming with
She's
the-
here now.
if
She's
coming
free to
with
go off on her own.
All right, then she's free to go off on her own. But consider the following: if she sticks with the party, she's gotta.
She can be a slave,
You
no
know.
problem.
No, she's not a slave.
She's
gotta
just an
contribute, though.
animal.
She's gotta contribute.
Ugh.
That's how she's gonna contribute. By sharper riding her into combat. But yeah, so everyone just runs away from us.
More or less,
even though-
as you're, up.
Like into their house, or just, they just like drop everything and just run.
I mean, at first they would go into the house, yes.
Ugh.
Well,
I mean,
I guess if they're
Then I pull all my guns and I start shooting at them.
Would just start shooting.
No.
get out of here, you yellow bellies.
Start blasting.
I reckon if they're that jumpy, we just leave them and continue on to the city.
I guess. Seems like that might just be the best course of action.
So sort of
We could at least camp here on the shore, though, for the night.
towards the outing as well, as we're going on. The ugly one would say that the two of them, the ugly one and the lady, are going to go off into, head towards the Mistwood proper. Thank you so much for your help. I certainly appreciate it, but from here, I'm going to be traveling throughout the night. There's no reason for me not to at this point, as far as I see it.
Gotcha. Well, ugly one, good luck in your endeavors.
Well, thank you. I certainly appreciate it, and thank you so much for your help thus far. I don't have anything to give you, But, if you ever find yourself on the island to the east, I'll certainly, if things go correctly, that is, tell everybody who you are and what you've done.
As long as it can
If
help
you-
save reactions like that, I'll be happy.
If you survive your mission, come find us again.
Perhaps.
I'd very much like to meet again.
Indeed, and maybe we will sometime on our travels. I certainly hope so.
Just keep reminding the poor sod about his possible eventual doom.
We're not
mean, we don't
entirely
know.
sure if he will actually die or not.
Yeah. I don't
See,
think-
by
I
the
don't
way,
think there's much
see.
of that.
I'm sorry.
I
think
said
I
he's
was
she
about
got
to
off.
say, for all we know, it's actually a she as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was specified a lot. But after Ugly One sets off, which I don't know if that's now. If it's not, then keep going. But what about the Blood Queen? Because I mean, we've got her to a new island. As far as I'm concerned, the pact is over at this point. Correct.
Yes, so...
I would address that with her.
Well, yes. I mean, this is more or less exactly what I've wanted. If you don't wish for anything further from me, so be it. From here, I can, handle things on my own.
I mean, I personally am more than happy if you continue on with us, but I
I
believe
am
anything else can be
certainly
sorted
not.
to in the future.
Well, you and I have spoken at some length. We'll keep in contact, if nothing else.
Nix would nod and give a smile. Well, stay safe at least.
Indeed. You as well. And she would head off towards the north. Sort of slowly flying.
Shall we
Sure
make
we'll
camp?
have to, I'm sure we'll have to clean a couple insects out a couple months from now. But yes, I think we should get
Okay.
camp. Oh my god, we get to do an actual watch for like the first time in ever.
Yeah, we
Oh.
might get attacked by farmers.
Yeah, oh my god, it would be so amazing. I hope the farmers ambush us at night.
Do we?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, maybe not the farmers, maybe like some other people that won't
No,
get us in trouble later on.
literally the farmers. I want it to be the farmer. I want it to be an angry mob of farmers. They got pitchforks and everything.
Pitchforks, torches, everything to just straight run us
Yeah.
out.
Just the whole
And,
nine.
And then we die because we beached the boat instead of leaving it anchored moored on the shore.
What? Hanker, were you gotta go sit out in the ocean for the night?
Like again, I was like we can fashion an anchor for Pete's sakes. It's a small boat. An anchor is just a heavy thing on a rope, basically. It's a bit more than that, but like in
It
general,
has to be able to dig into the ground.
yeah. I
like-
mean, that's like the other requirement,
But-
sort of. But I mean, technically not really, but that's just what helps it stay. You know, that's what. There, we've set up an amazing camp.
Amazing.
It was an amazing camp.
Such an amazing camp. But no, you'd still have some supplies. I mean, I thought some of you had tents. I'm not entirely sure now or something. But you would have gotten used to it, and you would have set up what you have as well. So, we are going to be sort of keeping a watch right now. I would like, well, there's 4 of you, and I typically want 4 watches. So,
I'll do all 4 of them.
if you would like,
I mean, yeah, we do kind of just have a sentry bot.
I mean, like, I don't usually like to do all of them because I don't think that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to
No,
take
well-
like the first one or something, I could take like two, and then someone else can pick up like the one on the rear or something.
Well,
Like, I can
I'll
go on
Take
with,
the
like,
first
one.
watch.
Mine went in first, so I'll take first. You can take second, and then Tythrin can have the last two.
All right, sure.
Unless Kaya really wants to take a watch, but if she wants to rest, she can rest.
Yeah, right.
Also, there's Sophia.
She's not gonna. You're good. Yeah, she's not gonna be fighting against being able to rest.
So is Nyx first, Sharp for second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tythrin can take the others.
Okay, so hit the 2, if you would please.
Ah, yay. Just started raining.
Oh, nice. Tither?
Would you like me to do the final two?
Uh-huh.
Boom,
It's-
boom.
It's what we waited for.
All right.
Would you like a random weather check for the
I
morning?
would, you know.
And now with
For
temperature.
the night, I would.
Oh, look at
like
that.
Random
Look
weather
at that
check.
slightly cooler night.
Gosh, it's so slightly cooler.
I know it's so immersive.
Perhaps pleasant, perhaps a little too cold. We don't actually know.
You all get hypothermia. It's this like the random weather check's slowly gonna balloon. Like eventually I'll add like, like insect noises and all that stuff to it.
Well, one thing that it should be noted is that it is raining.
Oh.
Even in
Oh,
game.
I'll add humidity levels.
If everyone would pull their tokens onto the map.
What is a token?
Token?
I'm still at half health from fighting God.
Obviously, you would have.
Just spent a month exhausted.
Very tired. Interesting. Interesting. I think so. Okay. So are everybody's tokens where we wish them to be?
Since I'm doing the
Uh,
watch, yeah, I would say
I'll
I'm right
be
here.
more-
I'd say I'm in one.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be supposed to sit right here. Tending our very nice, what will be
Sharper.
green fire because
On your watch.
Ooh. Do I actually see it, or do I miss it?
No, you actually see it. And sort of
well,
not so stealthily creeping up on you.
little farmers.
There are certainly not little farmers.
They're medium farmers.
Exactly.
A farmer plus one.
True pirate.
Are these people trying to plunder fellow pirates?
Gonna shout out quite loudly.
I demand parlay.
Hello there. How's it going? and I yelled it out like loudly enough to try and wake people up. But if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna.
Hey, we can't be rolling for initiative yet. There's no hostilities
clang a couple
going
of
on.
people clang a couple of pieces of metal together.
All right, so we are definitely rolling for initiative.
No, we're not. I want to parlay. I'd
If
be
you're
like,
pirates, we should be able to parlay.
yeah, I tell them
Not
like,
that I would know, but like not that Kaya would. But yeah.
stop there, unknown pirates. You wouldn't, plunder a fellow pirateer, would you?
We're not part of their crew, so yeah, it's kind of in the job
You
description.
know what? I'll
No,
make
but
it
we should still be able, like,
intimidation
parlays, like
check.
in the loss of piracy.
18. These people are feeling it. They're like, holy shit. Like, I want to bring up the fact that, like, they're not just messing with any other pirates. Our mere presence is enough to send people fleeing in terror. When we step foot on the beach, people
did not
run for their
end?
lives.
Roll again, but it's not. It's not my actual role.
Sure, you can edit your roll to be whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're not. Are they taking it?
Perhaps. We'll have to see what happens on their turn.
Gotcha. Did my initiative 4 actually stick? No, I'm just gonna roll again. I'm gonna click on my icon again. Grim,
Click
just
away,
for you.
then click on your icon again and roll. Because part
it
of
did
your
work, so-
it did. Because part of your problem
The
might
second
be
time.
because you're constantly drawing on the map and stuff too,
Yeah,
and putting waypoints everywhere.
There's no waypoints. I'm clicking on my thing. All right. Well, I just 18 intimidation. I mean,
It is. They are
they're
thoroughly
shaking with this.
intimidated. They want to get this over as quickly as possible now. I have to write this one in real quick, however.
No flasks of oil, and I'm not afraid to use them.
You should be able to like damage specific limbs in D&D. You should be able to like break someone's knee.
I mean, technically, there's an optional rule to it. And also,
Wait,
you
Graham?
can do a targeted shot, which is a -5 to, which is a +5 to their AC. Or -5
What's
to
the-
hit, whichever way
What's
you
the
want to see it.
benefit of doing a targeted shot?
No,
You
really.
know.
I choose to take a -5 to hit.
You know.
Basically, is what you're saying. Sometimes it's just too easy.
Some rules didn't really.
Like if you wanna go for the rule of cool, it's the idea of it. Like you wanted to do something cool, so you call a targeted shot.
So this, being the closest,
He's gonna be intimidated right away.
he will be intimidated and he will fire upon you.
On
On
me?
you.
Oh, that's not very gamer of you. Ha! He
And he
misses.
will
Oh, more
also-
specifically, it doesn't. No, he doesn't miss. He hits me and it just bounces off. And I laugh. I laugh at him.
He will also throw a dagger at you. This is sort of at disadvantage, however. This one will. Whoops, I don't have him selected.
It also bounces off me.
Come
And I
forward.
laugh again.
And this one will take a shot at Sharper.
That one bounces off me.
And we'll throw a dagger at you at disadvantage as well.
Oh, we out here getting attacked by all the captains. They're ganging up on
Yeah,
us.
well, you know. This one will take a shot at Tytherin.
All the local bandit captains have banded together with no crews.
And we'll toss a dagger.
Oh, is that I would like to point out, is that another?
Disadvantage.
Oh, that one did not. That's a hit.
22, that one hits
The
you.
first one. Yeah, that wasn't me.
Next, it's your turn.
You glossed over it, so I thought that.
You are
thought
currently
it missed.
prone. Oh, I didn't roll for
Yep.
Shafira. Goodness.
Of course you did.
Let's hope she doesn't die.
I know.
The closest one, which I believe is this one
Mm-hmm.
up here. What's that?
One moment, let me just roll for Shafira real quick before. And put her firmly at the bottom. Let's see, that is a wisdom saving throw?
Yep. So 4 damage and doesn't run.
Okay.
And then I will use half my action or half my movement to stand up and bonus to attach to B.
Okay. Tytherin, it's your turn.
Who's the one who shot me?
The one that shot you, I believe, is
The
this
north?
one.
I think
Yes.
it's this guy. Well,
So that
you
was
know,
the last
I
one
mean,
that shot you. Yes.
It's not very gamer. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to. I don't really want to leave because I kind of I don't want people like rushed on. I guess Shafir's kind of got the bottom covered though. So if I moved here, I'll probably fit. Okay, sure. I'll just walk. 30 feet. I think that's 30 feet. I'll move here because that way I'm slightly out of this guy's reach. And I'm going to. We're gonna do the good old flail attack because I want him to feel the pain. The pain of the flail attack.
He does not feel
it's
the
gonna
pain.
hit.
It bounces off of him.
It hits his unarmored barrel chest and he laughs at you.
Sharper, it's your turn.
Yeah, get him sharper.
You hit
Oh,
him
no.
in his barrel
Bounces
chest
off
and
him.
it bounces off. And he laughs at
And
you.
he laughed.
Kaya, it's your turn.
And I'll actually.
It's probably sleeping her worries away.
Excuse me, is there more Sharper?
I was just gonna say, actually, I may as well action surge and then do the same.
Oh. Bad miss again.
Oh gosh.
Bouncing off him
no.
again.
He laughs.
As it bounces
This is
off
like
his
the
Never
worst.
harder.
chest.
It's like the worst combat ever. We're just bouncing off each other.
Make him do a wisdom save to see if he
We
doesn't
killed a
go down and
god.
laugh.
Kaya, it's your turn.
Yeah, Kaya is actually sleeping her worries away because no one woke her
Oh,
up.
there's been shouting,
Yeah,
there's been pistols fired.
I know.
You definitely.
But she's a heavy sleeper.
Yeah, I see.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah. She doesn't notice.
You don't notice the multiple pistol fire going off?
No.
Like 50 feet
He's a
away?
deep
Oh my
Next,
god.
next, shoot the tent.
Very deep sleeper.
Whoa. This one will shoot at Nyx. And toss a dagger. I
Oh,
presume a 13 misses.
no, it doesn't,
No.
but the 9 will miss because of the unsettling visage.
Okay.
And it
And
just
then
bounces
nine.
right
Gotcha.
off.
She makes a scary face and the dagger the pistol shot bounces off.
It
it.
goes slightly wide.
And then she laughs.
And then she laughs. Tythrin, you're getting shot at?
Bring it
Daggered
on.
at.
Bring it on. Look at that. Is that a miss and a miss? I laugh. I point at that man and laugh nonetheless. It was even a disadvantage
Is that
dagger.
2 bounces?
Shafira will wake up and will move.
Shapiro needs to roll perception to see if she can wake up, actually.
Shafira has animal-like
It's not-
senses and hears the multiple gunshots going off feet away from her.
Vera is not a heavy.
It's not her character flaw to be a heavy sleeper. It is, however, to kick.
I thought Shapiro was really small.
Are these bandit captains like made out of rubber or something?
Boing. I think we're all, like, everyone's, like, just using, like, rubber weapons over here.
Nyx, you're getting shot at.
We got, like,
Yep.
styrofoam
I think you
weapons.
may have
13?
I think you may have cursed us, Tyth.
It's all like an act.
Yeah, sadly, I don't have access to mage armor.
Jeez, what about any regular kind of armor?
I didn't have any. All my money went into Chester
Sharper,
and
you're
building
getting
supplies.
attacked with advantage twice.
The,
Well,
the first
the
one
first one-
bounces right off me.
And and you know what? Grim, the second one also bounces off him because I believe I can. Wait, actually, no, I don't think I can parry people sideways. Wait, no, I can because I can do my. Where is it?
So long as
this?
the target is on within 5 feet of it.
Yeah.
Bing.
He is. That means he doesn't have it. It bounces off my shield, and I laugh instead.
This one will do the same. Well, at least attacking. Sharper twice
Oh no.
with advantage.
Oh no!
No, Sharper.
Ooh.
I've already used my reaction, so I can't help you that time.
Nyx.
Oh no! I just left the game.
Oh no.
I click my,
He rage
my
quit.
fingers, turn invisible. As my action. My bonus action will be to move BB there. And then I myself will displace so I don't just get random AoEs thrown at me.
Okay.
I don't think these
Is
captains
this
can
actually
have
a
Yes.
cliff?
Just 5 feet.
Then I will, I will just stand there because I don't believe I'll have 5 feet of movement. And that's my turn.
Okay. Tythrin.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
BB would
going-
have also been grinding his gears really loudly right next to Kaya's tent before he lumbered off after the bandit. Just in
Like-
case
like-
she wants to use that as a reason to wake up.
Just get him to shoot the tent.
I'm
Just
going
peppers
to
it.
attack this one on the right. And you know what? Because since my flail harmlessly bounced off of that man's bad chest, I'm going to stab him with the harpoon this time. So spite. Son of a bitch.
Bounces off his barrel chest.
I action surge. And let me just say that action surge just so I remember that I've used it for this fight. I action surge and I stab it again.
It hits.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, oh man, please don't say 15 misses. 10 damage. And that man's gotta make a dex save. Or I think. I don't know. Let me fucking click harpoon.
Oh, it's actually.
There's like a whole fucking
It
wall
got
of
more to
text
do
for
than
it.
that, but I rolled a natural one anyway. So, yes, he is impaled.
Yes.
Or harpooned, rather.
GC tended to not be a harpoon.
Which one's impaled?
The one on the left.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I was taking the one.
You attacked the one on the
Fuck, I have no clue. Okay, the one on the left.
Sharfer, it's your turn.
Yep, in saying that my weapon was also bouncy and what Typhon just did, I shall also change weapon to try and stab this guy. I'll go for the harpoon gun.
Okay. It's a hit.
Stabby weapons
That's the
are
like
much better.
worst damage that I could have done.
It's not great, but it's not necessarily the worst either. Is that it?
Didn't roll too bad.
No, actually, I will use my bonus action. I will use both of
Disengage.
I will use both of my resources.
Okay.
And it's just a D10.
It's 8. That's not awful. Kaya.
Let's see. I didn't wake up last turn, so I'm just gonna need it above an 8.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm fine. I'll wake up, stand up, and get out of my
Half your
tent.
movement to stand up.
Movement is 40.
Okay.
5.
Can you
Right,
shilling
right.
meringue the people to the north? Actually, you can just walk up to these people to the north.
No, because I moved 5 to get out
Yep.
of it. So I just get right here.
But if you
Cannot
started
split.
in the tent, if you stood up in the tent, you could still make it. That's
Like
20
it's
feet.
this here. No, because I need to get out. I cannot go through the tent.
Oh,
I'm not gonna rip it.
you could. You could just jump right through the tent. There's nothing stopping you. We got 3 of them.
And like 5 or 6 people.
Go out the tent the other way.
Work, guess. I'm not flanking there, right?
No,
You get there?
you are not flanking.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Shillelagh. Use my Shillelagh meringue. Who missed?
That's a sad
It
choice.
bounces off his
I told you not to use bludgeon.
And that's my turn.
Is that right? Is it only +4?
Yeah, I don't have the highest
Okay.
wisdom
Fair
yet.
enough. All right. The bottom bandom captain is going to attack Shafira. He's going to put his pistol away.
Remember, I rolled really bad, really poor.
Oh God,
That's
Shafira
alright.
needs armor.
My stats could not be
Oh
worse.
God.
It does not bounce right off of her.
Oh, God. I'm
Shafira
so
dead.
glad,
Oh,
I'm so glad we
no.
blocked
Shafira
Shafira with us.
collapses to the ground.
She bounces right off it.
More or less.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, Shafira's gonna
Is
come
she
with
actually knocked out?
She is not.
Okay.
There either.
This is against Tythrin.
Come at me, son of a bitch.
20.
20 does
Hits
hit
you
me.
for 7.
Actually, you know what? I think at this, because these people ain't gonna be shooting. But I can definitely parry one of these. Wait, actually, I need to double check. Is this my...
Harry is probably a
Parry is a reaction.
It doesn't say it's a reaction. It says if you are successfully hit by a melee attack.
Yeah, but it's a reaction.
Because, funnily enough, these guys have parry too.
Well, they certainly
Hey.
don't have the parry I have because it's a different parry. It's a subclass
Yeah, you can use your
parry.
reaction and expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage.
Yeah, like that would be a reaction. Well, no, I mean,
No, it's just a free action. It's just when you are successfully hit by a melee attack.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a
Number of them, so it's not like it's every time.
Right. So dexterity save. And what's the DC for it?
It's a good
8
question.
plus your
DC,
dexterity
8 plus
or strength.
or strength plus. So it would be plus 5, I think. Wait, no, plus
And-
strength and dex. That's actually plus 7.
Just one of them. It's
So-
or,
They will
not
make it.
and.
still 15.
Is it? No, it says it's strength or plus proficiency bonus.
Dex or strength
8 plus strength.
plus your proficiency.
Oh my strength is 3, by the way, not 5. I was looking at my saving throws. So yeah, I know that's what I was saying. My
So
strength
if-
is 3, and then that's so it's plus 5.
Proficiency?
And then plus 5. It's still.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at my saving throw. That's why I said plus 5 and not plus 3, because I'm proficient.
Ah.
So either way, they make it, right? With a 15?
Yeah. It's only plus an extra 5, so yeah.
Shafira will
Oh, yeah.
withdraw.
It's also a reaction because if you read on the end, on a successful save, they are immune to this reaction. But
Yeah.
And it doesn't say it's a reaction.
well, the end says this
It's
reaction.
also homebrew
True.
as well, so it could just be a typo.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, regardless, I believe I still technically have a thing, because I stabbed this guy regardless. Unless our reactions...
You
yeah,
get
reactions
your
are
action
after your
refreshes
turn, right?
on each of your turns as well.
On your turn, yeah.
Yeah, but I stabbed him.
Right. You would have definitely
Before
had
I
a
saved
reaction.
Sharp.
Yes.
You would have had a reaction. You did the sharper thing, then you had your
Mhm.
you had your turn.
Yeah,
Protected
that's what I'm
sharper,
saying.
then you had your.
This one will attack a blunderbear. 1, 2.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Both. 16.
It's going to be
Uh,
blundered.
The 16 is AC.
Okay.
It's going to be blundered chair pretty soon. The pirates through with them.
This one is going to attack. Probably Sharper again.
It's most unfortunate. Don't die, Sharper.
I'll try not to. It bounces
It will
off.
crit you.
I have one thing to say to that. Ow.
Ow.
And this one will also sort of gang up on you, Sharper.
I'm probably gonna die.
It's fine. I mean, like, these people could literally stab you on the ground and you still wouldn't die. Actually, no, you wouldn't die because you get, like, -2 fails when you take damage and you die.
13?
They rolled really bad, though. I think both those miss you. Surely you have more than 13 AC, right, Charles?
I'm a 15.
Alright, Nyx.
So those two do bounce right off
It
of
is
me.
your turn.
And I laugh.
Um. Hmm. Oh, there's 3 up there, so that's okay. I myself will move to there just in case he tries running past. And then. Where is it? Where is it? That.
Mm-hmm.
And the Eldritch Blast on the one that's on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Did it do the attack roll? Yes,
Yep.
it did. Ah. And that's my turn.
Hello.
It's your turn.
I know. Okay, we're gonna gang up on this guy to the right because he's given advantage to the other guy. So, I'm going to not harpoon him because the harpoon's currently embedded in this boy over here. I don't want to spend the turn taking it out. So I'm going to flail the guy to the right. And I'm going to bounce off his shitty barrel trap. Oh. That is my turn.
Nix is looking to the north, thinking, but I didn't cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah, there's just a lot of laughter going on up top. Sharper.
Okay, now, yeah, I'm going to. I kind of want to use. Oh no, I don't even need to disengage. I mean, I could. I'll move here. Oh no, because I'd get. I'm going to.
Hold on.
I'm going to use my action to disengage. And then I will use my bonus action to hide in the trees.
You coward!
I am fucked up.
Coward!
Alright.
Oh god, oh fuck, it's just me standing here with all these pirates now.
Kaya, it's your
I'm
turn.
here.
Fucked up.
Gonna move up and gonna attack this one. Stand with advantage. Chalet meringue.
It's a hit.
Hit it. Of course it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna flurry of blows. Punch it twice. Well, to be precise, I'm gonna punch
It's
it
a
once
hit.
and then headbutt it.
It's also a hit.
Big crit.
Oh, so good.
Kaya's out here doing more damage with her fists than the two fighters with their weapons.
Look. That's the barrel
Her
shot.
fists are bouncing right off of me.
So this one is going to
Is
assume that
Garrick in there or
Shafira
no? Okay, I
is
don't
just a
remember.
bird.
Kaya is a
Just a
female.
bird.
And we'll shoot Tytherin.
What? I can't believe he's going to ignore Nick standing right next
Nix
to
is
him.
Nix is
invisible.
invisible
But didn't she cast a spell?
through the BB.
And this.
I laugh at him. Okay,
This one will attack
Even I would laugh at him.
Tytherin twice.
I wish you wouldn't.
Shafir is going to, unfortunately climb into the trees and hide. This one is going
I
to
like
attack
the
Vivi.
Shafira.
One hit.
At least I didn't go and hide in the trees before the people came and just took over.
This one is going to attack Kaya.
No, because I did more damage. They missed.
This one is going to. You know what? This one is going to pull out the. Whatchamacallit?
A bottle of rum and just like, oh, he's gonna pull out the harpoon. Yeah, it's just an action to
Just
take
an
it out,
action?
I believe.
Okay. Well, then yes.
Yep, they take the damage though. But I'll double check though. There's no strength modifier for it, so it would just be a D8. So you can just roll it. But just to double check, it can remove the harpoon from its body as an action. They must have at least one free hand to do so. Causes damage equal to the damage dice of the harpoon without modifiers. Is he just gonna like chuck it on the ground, I assume?
Yes.
Or is he gonna like?
He is
Okay.
going to use it.
I mean, technically.
Good.
Good.
Next, it is your turn.
Question: Is that actually allowed
Actually,
to
because that actually.
just shoot stuff through other things and still remain invisible? Because
I was actually talking to Mufasa about that before when I talked about the plan, but I was going to talk to Grim more explicitly about it because that's how I intended it with that thing that I put puppet spellcasting in. But I do understand that that is a bit powerful, so I'm okay in waiting till a later level to add that in as well, so we can drop the invisibility if need be.
I'm just curious because I remember having a long debate with Graham about like what is and isn't considered an attack when you're invisible. Like, what if I push a rock? Is that an attack?
So what we'll say for now is that while you're doing it, even though it's coming from the point of origin is there, you're still sort of, doing your stuff over here as well.
Using the magic over
Right.
here, yeah. So that's fine. And then, yeah, because that was how I intended it, but I do understand that's,
Yeah.
pretty powerful, so I'm happy with waiting till that's like level 6 puppeteer or something like that. As like refined spellcasting or something. But my turn will consist of casting another Dissonant Whispers at this other one next to Tythrin here.
Scared of them?
Actually, no, I will do it on this other one here, because then if it's successful, 2 people will get reactions against them.
Yeah.
Well, if it runs that
It's a
way,
Wisdom saving.
3 people will.
He will run in the safest way that he's allowed to move.
Which would either be left.
He doesn't know this way is unsafe. Because
Well, he likely wouldn't go.
True, but he wouldn't run
closer
through
to you.
Kaya.
I mean, if anything, he'd just go straight away.
Yeah, he saw you run in that direction.
But yes, he does run. He takes 3d6, which is 12.
12 damage. And then...
I take that
He
opportunity
does
to flail
begin
it.
to run. Both of you can take an
Oh.
bounces off his barrel chest.
He laughs through his tears running down his face.
He's laughing through his migraine.
Kaya, would you like
Oh.
attack of opportunity? We lost Kaya for
I
real.
know, Kaya's Question: when mugs take opportunity attacks, are they allowed to use like their fury of
No.
blows, or is that only on their
On
turn?
their turn.
Okay, so just a single hit.
Which I will go ahead and. Is that right? Hey. Pull off. Actually, it would be at advantage because when they're running. Tythrin, it is your turn.
Okay.
You... Oh no, because it's... Is it still just a normal attack action for the reaction attack? Or is it something separate?
It's a normal attack action.
Well, then they can do flurry of blows. Immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, you can...
Oh,
expand
I
them.
mean, I
Oh,
believe
guess
it's slightly
on your turn.
different. It's-
on your
yeah.
turn.
On
Yeah.
your turn, and it costs a key point too,
Yeah.
so better not use his resources.
Well, it's me and my boy here. Barrel belly, Bob Earson.
You should totally move down 1 square.
Should I? I don't think. Question: if I move here, I'd get attacked anyways, wouldn't I? Because I'm like moving in his range or whatever.
Only if you move more than
Yeah,
5
the 5
feet.
feet is up. Also, I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom.
Okay, so I could do that.
So you
Sure,
can
then
move,
I'll move down.
You
one.
can move 1 square.
Gotcha. I'll do that then, and I'll flail him because I don't actually have. I don't have the harpoon on me right now, so I will hit him. And of course, Grim's not here.
You finally get a
Of
hit
course
in,
he's
and
not.
Grim's not
Yeah.
here.
I know, he won't believe me.
All right, I'm back.
7 damage,
Okay.
Grim. There's no laughing coming from this
He
man
ain't
today.
laughing. Who's laughing now?
Yeah, not him. It was this
Yeah, I
one.
gotcha. Sharfer. It's your turn.
So I'm gonna sort of come around here. While he's distracted, being hit in the face with a flail. Just stab him in the spine with the rifle.
Actually, I'm hitting him in the stomach.
So I'm going for the spine. I want to make quadriplegics.
Oh, no. Kaya. Oh, no.
Alright, what's going on here? Do I see all of them?
Yes. These two are currently running.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them run. I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna walk over here, and I'm gonna shoot Lamerang at him.
Is it hit?
So they don't get the advantage.
No.
Still alive?
Yes.
I'm just gonna make sure he dies in flurry.
That's a hit.
Hits. Then headbutt.
That's a miss.
Oh. Yeah. It's not gonna live for long though.
Sharfer. Oof.
Who was that
You.
against? Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm not like anywhere near half max, but I'm down.
Fine, we'll make sure you have a good funeral.
Let's see. This one is going to
Bury me with my soul.
Tithram.
No, I'm taking that sword.
17.
I believe that misses. Let me just double check. That misses.
Okay, Shafir is not coming out.
With my die.
This one is against Blunderbear.
Miss hit.
I'll be like, Sharfer, no, while I reach down and take your sword.
With my dying breath, I name my sword one electrum piece.
Yes, he owed me it.
Okay. This one will shift 5. He sees that you're not letting him get away, and he will attack you twice. And crit you. Kaya.
I know from dead, but he definitely rigged the dice after that Kabuki fight.
Right.
That was like, that we're on like, hard mode now. That was just a tutorial.
Exactly. Kaya, you take 11
was the
damage.
asylum demon.
Oh, okay.
This one continues to run. And disappears into the woods. Even though I'm not, disappearing into the woods. Next, it is your turn.
I'll move that, and then I will tell this one in front of us to grovel.
Let's see, a wisdom
Question:
saving
does
throw.
Sharper's dead body give you
It
advantage?
does not. Oof,
It counts as an obstacle.
he makes the save.
He makes the save, so I will. So annoying, I don't have any bonus actions.
Hmm.
And I always forget what a healing fruit again.
The green one or the blue one?
I thought one was red.
There were different types.
The
No,
green.
Just yeah, one of the healing fruit. Probably I'll take the lowest one since it's. I don't
Because
know
the
it off the top
the
of my
green
head.
one was just 1 health point.
Oh, then no, it was the one that acted like one of the potions.
Then it was like 2d4.
The like blue one, which was
The-
like distilled, was 2d4 plus 2. The other one, I believe, was 1d8.
Yeah.
Why am I carrying all this charred frog meat?
It's probably long gone. You
Because
could
you
probably
can't,
get
bro.
rid of that.
Yeah, it's been, no, you know what? I still have it on me, because I don't eat.
Well, it's been
I got
over a
frog jerky.
month now.
I keep it on me at all
You
times.
noticeably smell.
My frog jerky.
Plus
the
2
whole,
as well. Alright.
the whole boat ride, when we were all sitting, you
Oh,
know...
but that makes me out anyway.
Tythrin, it's your turn.
frog jerky. Question, this is a battle thing I could do. I could step here, and then step here, 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 and then there. That wouldn't incur opportunity attacks.
So
or
since
anything?
you're doing more than the 5-foot thing, you would take one.
Okay,
it's
so you
just
either
a 5
only can
foot,
step
yeah.
5 feet. Gotcha.
Yeah, whether it's away or around them. If it's 5 feet away, they get an attack. If it's 5
Okay.
foot around them, they won't.
No, I gotcha. I didn't know. I thought it was just you're allowed to move 5 foot in their space.
No.
Okay. Well, then no, I'll just sit here and attack this guy. And I'll use flail because, you know, I don't have my harpoon.
It's
God
his
damn
Hasn't
it.
done you wrong so
Yes.
far.
So, I've rolled so many 2s.
Is that a success
That's a
or a fail?
success.
I don't know. Whoa.
That is as borderline to a success.
We're halfway there.
Kaya, it is your turn.
Whoa, we're halfway there.
Alright. I am going to... Honestly, how bad is looking this guy?
He's bloodied. That's all you know.
Not as bad as Sharper.
It's gotta be pretty low, to be fair.
I'm gonna try and just bonus action punch.
That's it.
The 4 bullet.
Okay. He's still up.
And yeah, I don't care about the opportunity.
Okay. He will get one.
Hit.
13? No, I doubt it.
That's a miss. Really. And I'm gonna use Cure Wounds at level 1 Sharper.
Wait, why is that an opportunity attack if Kai only moved 5 feet?
Because I moved 5 feet away from him. This guy.
Oh,
Like, you can move
I
5
see.
feet
If you
there,
move away.
or, 5 feet there or something, but if you're...
Yeah, but if I try to move 5 foot back, okay. Shifting was so much easier. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's all these weird rules.
And that's my turn. I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna stay here. Guess they,
These two are probably just about to
Get
turn
out.
around and stab me again.
turn around. Well, but I don't want 2 of them to attack Sharper.
Thank you for confirming my suspicion.
We're gonna roll a Evens, it's Kaya. Odds, it's Sharper.
Shepard was down. Surely they
Ah.
don't care.
Yeah, but then you woke him up.
Yeah.
We had this issue in another campaign.
It bounces right off me.
Not with advantage, it don't.
No, it's a 19. I mean, I don't
Because
think
I'm on the ground. They're surrounded me and I'm on the ground. They should have
Still
like
not
double
enough to drop
advantage.
you. So.
Yeah, thank God there's no such thing as super advantage.
Except this
And,
guy.
Tytherin, this one is attacking.
But I hit you for 10. Why are you down?
Wait, no, I'm not
Right.
dead this
Oh, you're
time.
not? He gets 2
Yeah,
attacks.
he's not
Hold
dead.
on. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
those
had
are
10 hit.
improved.
I got. Now I am.
Oh, not here.
Yeah, and obviously I only meant to hit one of
I
those.
mean, it depends. If the second attack
Well, it only does 4. You're
Still
up.
up. Still up.
No, it's not
But
dead.
the next one, since that's a 1 roll, the next one will.
Well, that was me
Yeah.
hitting twice by accident, so I will, roll again.
Oh,
And I'll do the same thing, only reversed this time. Even, Sharper, odds, Tyther.
Yep, saw that happening. 100%
Yeah, I knew
saw
it.
that
Because
happening.
when you swapped it out, tipped it around.
that.
Oh.
Yep,
Oh,
saw that
no.
happening.
At least it's not enough to double your health, though.
Oof.
Down.
Yeah, so at this point, Shafir is still, she'll come out, but she doesn't really want to make herself a target, but
Don't get out of the trees. It was the worst I'd ever had.
Get a rock, Shafira, fly up, drop.
Oh god, please don't drop it. I'm standing right next to him.
Lands on me and just finishes the fucking job.
Well, it'd serve you right for playing a rogue.
Oh dear.
It serves me right for playing rogue.
That's what you get for trying to have fun.
that one will continue to run away now that nobody is stopping it from running away.
Dun, dun, dun.
They always said rogues
far
were
does he
edge
run?
lords.
Next,
No
it's
one
your
ever
turn.
mentioned the
It's
edge they were lord
using
of.
both of its actions,
the
so
edge
it
of the
runs
enemy, so.
60 feet.
Good catch it.
They're not human?
Hmm?
They're not human.
Oh, it's got 30, but it's running, so it doubles that.
But I mean, you say it. That implies that it's not a person.
Dun dun dun.
Oh,
Quite the
no.
opposite. Quite the opposite, in fact. It does imply that it is a person.
No, because chairs are it. It is a chair.
He is a chair.
And really? Of course. Never mind.
Tythrid.
My turn.
Alright. This man, he exists. The gall. To deny me my flailing. I've flailed this one goddamn man literally 4 times and it all missed. But you know what? 5th time's a charm.
Sure enough.
There you go. It is.
9 damage. His unarmored stomach is not
Sharper.
prepared this time.
It's a save. Kaya.
Crawford say fine for now. What I'm gonna do is wanna deal with Char first so bad.
DF, excuse me.
So what I'm gonna do... Actually, I think I'm just gonna...
Ooh.
do this. 12, right around, right up.
Here,
Right.
so this is the only one affected by it?
Yeah, only one of
And that is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god, so
again, it's still
big.
big.
Yeah.
Is smaller, but because I also need to pick it like a better. For
So that's a fail.
fail, so it takes 12 cold damage.
Alright.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm gonna order it to attack the pirates. Well, bandits, whatever are attacking.
Okay, so does it start
Let's-
next turn or this turn?
It should. It says it takes turn on my initiative. I don't know if it takes next. It's up to you, I guess. As the dungeon master.
Please, Dungeon Master. What do I do?
It takes its turn immediately after yours. So yes.
So yeah, I guess it would take it
Mhm.
right now. So yeah. Attack was. Let me. Stat it. Go ahead. Really need. But now. My spell attack modifier would be. Let's just do this. It would be the same rolling. So 6.
Yeah, 6 does not hit.
Yeah. Would not be the same. It would not be the spell, but it would be the same roll. Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, that's it.
And what are you shooting at?
This guy.
This guy will attack you, Kaya. 1, 2.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh,
This guy will attack Tythrin. 1, 2.
I dare him. Both miss. I laugh.
Shavira thinks you have things covered. This one, again, sort of odds evens type deal. Odds Blunderbear, evens Nyx. So evens Nyx. 1, 2. This one continues running and runs off screen. Nyx, it is your turn. You there? You may be muted. But either way, I get the gist.
Yes, I was also muted, but I did also not say anything for a bit because I was deciding
Gotcha.
what to do. But yes, I Eldritch Blast back in the
Yes.
face.
Tythrin, it is your turn.
Flail.
Flail.
That's my turn. I miss.
You miss.
these guys have such high AC.
Sharfer.
I mean, I just rolled so. I guess to
The
be fair, I
death
do remember
bounces
fair.
right off of me.
That's a save.
Fine.
Kaya.
The death just bounces right off
The
of me.
death bounces off.
All right. So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna Lamerang this guy right next.
That's it.
His meringue.
It's like I'm rolling higher with my fists than with the flamer. And he has bonus action to order the spirit to attack the bandit pirate.
The pirate
Oh, this-
captain.
And it is its turn, so you can go ahead and do that.
Good attack roll for that. 11 missed.
It's a miss, I'm afraid. This one is attacking Kaya.
That's both hit. Out.
This one is attacking Titan.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah,
You know.
both miss.
And the same way he laughs at me, I laugh at him. Me and this dude have fucking been slapping each other for so long. And nobody can hurt the other person. Just slap it. Like, we're getting nowhere. I'm slapping him, he's slapping. We're just like, we're having a slap fight over here.
Those two attacks against me? Or
No,
was
that was from earlier.
Yeah. I really wish those ones could have been for me.
Wow.
Sorry, you don't have the same, intimidating aura that I do.
What are you talking about? Literally, once per short or long rest, I can scare people into not attacking or attacking me worse.
Yeah, but I inherently make everyone attack me worse. Just my the sheer presence. I intimidate the very dice.
But there's more.
All right. So yes, Nyx, from behind you, you're sort of cognizant of some more figures, basically coming into the fray. They're obviously, very obviously, elvish. The one comes forward and will attack this pirate twice with a longbow. Hit once. Ugh. For 3.
Are we actually gonna, like, roll out all the rest of this combat?
I mean, it's kind of going 50-50 at best at this point, so
Yeah.
it's not like you're handily winning at all.
Yeah. Like, we are kind of thankful for these guys. We've already got one party member who's consistently going to be on death's door for the rest of the fight. You're getting pretty low, aren't you?
No, I have not even really that damage at all.
No, Jonathan hasn't been hit. I'm getting low, but
I've been
Ah,
hit.
Kaya's getting low.
Yeah, I think
I know
other
someone
people are
up there
bloodied,
was. Me and
however.
BB are both at half. Yeah, both me and BB are bloody.
I'm blooded.
So I, for one, am not shirking the fact that these elves have turned up as long as they're not hostile to us.
So this one, again, odds BB, evens Nyx.
Yeet. BB. Both misses.
The scout will fire twice upon the one here.
I'm gonna step away then, and I mean, if my turn comes up, I just flail attack him, which is +5 to d20.
Okay. Nix, it is your turn.
I will move BB away to see if he reaction
He
attacks
does.
it. He can make his attack. That's a miss. And then I myself, because arrows have started flying out of nowhere, will go back invisible
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Tythrin said they will flail.
Lael. And I will also, just before going invisible, call out that we have more people.
Will hit. Sharper.
If I manage to get up here, can I pretend to still be dead? Like, can I keep my eyes
Yes.
closed? And... Okay.
Performance check. Oh,
You get up.
Well, yeah, good news for you.
you knew you were going to roll that 20. Loaded dice, checkers dice.
They're definitely not loaded because that was my last save that I needed, so I
Yeah.
didn't need it. Do I need to roll a performance to pretend to be
no,
dead?
I'm not going to make you do that one. However, this one is going to attack Kaya twice.
No. No, he's not. I'm down. Most definitely down. Yeah, I'm down. The first one does not drop me down, but I do.
Okay. Kaya. Death saving throw.
Yeah.
That's a pass.
I'm fine. Now, the thingy is going to attack the.
Oh, yes, excuse me. I'm sorry. I forgot that. That's definitely a hit.
And
It does 1d10
That
and
would
then
be-
a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
no, it's 1d6. No, that's not. It's not that.
Oh, it's not.
It's different. It would be 1d6 plus 2. I just use that because it's the same attack roll. That's 8 damage.
Same thing. Only misses. This one will run. This one will 5. It will slide down a 5. And we'll make it, hit 10. Manages to hit a 10. And we'll attack the non-bloodied one. It makes it blooded. This one will do the same. Looking for a 10. Well, unfortunately, this
Did
one
I
will
hit
slide
him?
down. You did.
Nice. How much
9.
damage? Oh, so good.
You bloodied it.
Oh, so good.
Next, it is your turn.
So, did this one here just tumble down
Yes.
the thing? So she would just hear a little invisible giggle, and then I'd come around the cliff face, and move bonus action to move BB 10, 20, 30. And then Pepper Sharper with my shot. Nah. It's,
Josh Sharper.
Do it.
it's I hate to use an action unused, but I don't want to waste my invisibility, so that's my turn.
Tithrin, it's your turn.
I sealed barrel-bellied Boberson here, and I tell him his final words that your belly may have saved you before, but that ends today, and I flail
That
attack to
hits.
execute him.
Well, it's a solid hit, but he's still up.
Oh,
Sharp.
God damn it. Would have been so good.
He chuckles at your monologue.
You know, I'm really in half a mind to.
Zindel barrel-bellied Boberson here.
Just stay down, Sharper. You are surrounded. You move, you get attacked. Don't move.
I'm gonna just.
The barrel-bellied Boberson's gotta have like 3 HP. Just end him.
As a bonus action, I would like to bleed.
Okay.
You take 2 HP.
This one will
Oh,
run.
no, I fall unconscious.
Out into the weird. Kaya, your turn. Death saving throw.
My death save. Well, I'm fine
That's a pass.
for now.
Shafira will come towards the center.
Wait, did the other one?
The
run?
other one did run. This one is going to attempt to do the same too. If
But there's a turn.
Barrel-bellied, no.
Like, you're-
Barrel-bellied Boberson ain't
But
getting
what?
out.
Kaya,
you skipped my spirits.
wouldn't your spirit have gone when you went unconscious?
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
stays still.
Then you're.
And
If I'm unconscious, it takes its own
Nice.
action. Like
Then it
can
would have
attack
gotten an
that.
attack of opportunity, and it can take that, as well as you taking yours. But it still would have, or he still would have ran.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it hits with disadvantage. Attack.
No.
No, it doesn't. Then on its turn, it does this,
That
and
would have
it,
hit.
it would be against, I guess. Or for
Okay,
damage.
and that was against the one that was running, correct?
No, against
excuse
the
me,
one that's-
excuse me.
Right next to Sharper with 1 HP.
Yeah, no, it's just 1 to 6 damage.
Mhm.
Not Sharper's not getting hit. It's not Ice Knight.
This
It's
is
different.
just for the roll.
Ah, okay.
It's just the same.
Which you
attack
should be able
excuse
to.
me.
I gave you editing rights on the.
Yeah, I should, but I just
Gotcha.
haven't done it. So I need to get
Fair enough.
actually get.
Like I mentioned, this one is trying to run. If people would like to get attack of opportunities,
But I'd
Can I,
actually,
like-
since I'm not surrounded
Yeah.
now, I'd probably take
sure,
my attack.
you can
of
make one at
opportunity from
I wanna
disadvantage
down.
because you're prone.
I want to not
Would
leave
it
the-
become even because Tythrin's flanking? Or is it just disadvantage? Because it really depends whether I get sneak attack or not.
I guess technically he would be moving. It would be like
Yes.
over here, so I wouldn't
I'll
have
let you do it even.
Because if it's even, I can have
Well,
sneak
yeah,
attack.
I'm gonna-
That's really all it is.
Yeah,
I've
because
taken the guy down first anyways.
Because Tythrin would do theirs for him moving away from Tythrin out of melee range. You're going next off of the 5 feet. He can still move 1 square for free, which will let Tythrin have the
Oh.
attack and not you.
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
your attack comes through when he continues running.
Okay,
Great,
so
doesn't matter,
so
like,
it is.
still
It's at
hits.
disadvantage. That still hits anyway. It's 2 rather than 4 because of fighting.
So Sharfer, are you pulling your hit or anything like that?
I don't. Nah.
No.
These guys damn near almost killed. I have no reason to pull my hair.
Wait, I didn't take it down with 10 damage?
No.
Oh my
It's
god.
7 more.
Yeah, that's gonna kill him.
I like shanked him straight through both of his Achilles tendons as he's trying to run away.
I'm not gonna blame you, but I would like it if you pulled it.
I'd like
But do you?
I mean, if Schaffer wasn't
you?
this bad, if he wasn't this bad off, he might have pulled it, but he really had no reason to pull.
Yeah, Sharp has been downed by these guys like 2 or 3 times
Only twice.
now.
Only twice.
I think it was technically the other guy.
It was his
So it is getting a
faction.
little late, so we are going to call it right here. But we're going to pick up.
Yes.
I do want to build
What's that?
saying if I'm
Yeah,
unconscious.
we're going to pick up next time. But you make your
Wonderful.
save, so.
Yeah.
But again, you know, it was a good, good session. Man,
Really?
How much XP do we get for killing one pirate captain?
Next time.
next time we'll figure it out. Yeah.
The single
Well,
pirate.
those were only CR2s according to the thing as well.
That
The thing
that
is,
was
they
just
have a
a
lot of
terrible rolling.
and we rolled
Yeah.
really bad.
You got some amazingly good rolls, and we were all rolling terribly that fight. That's all that made that fight so painful.
It should be also noted, however, you know, to leave us on a bit of suspense, that the branch walkers, or excuse me, branch runners, are certainly treating you with suspicion right now. They do have their bows drawn, and they are definitely pointing them at you as well.
I'm not intimidated. at
Not
all.
me.
Once this dude dropped to the ground, I've basically just dropped my weapon and I've lied back starfishing
Yeah,
it.
but either way, we're gonna
I mean, I certainly don't have a weapon on me.
go ahead and end the session right now. I thought it was a good one. A lot of fun. We're finally off the tiny, teensy little island, and we're on another bigger island. But you know, it's big enough that there's things to do.
You got a boat. That's all
There's
that
a
matters.
town. There's
There's
irrigation.
irrigation.
There's boat.
So yeah, if you've been watching, I certainly thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Good times. And you should tell a friend to watch as well. That's my thing. I hope you all have a great day, and peace out. Bye-bye.